Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for the bi-weekly energies, which is essentially an energetic snapshot of what you might expect over the next week or two. Like always with the bi-weekly check-in, as with any tarot reading, take it resonates, leave it does not. And if a second energy pops up on this board today, then you reverse those energies as you see fit. I'm going to keep the intro short today. I shall try. Actually, no, there's not much to report. I just keep moving along. But next week, we're just going to get all up into everybody's business, as it's going to be the next round of Intimate Tarot. And then for Sunday, it'll be yours and theirs. Yay! I know, so much going on. So we're going to be extra nosy next week. And then the week after that, hopefully I should have the in-depths lined up for everybody. But yeah, not much else to report. Let me just check my notes real quick. No, that was about it. I will see you next week, hopefully for some shorts. I will see you for the next Thursday check-in, and I will see you at your sign today. Take care. Be well. Leo, your message has been blessed by Our Lady Perpetual Lawn Care. Now, grant you, that's a tremor, and it's at a distance. But if I can hear it, it counts. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Leo, please. What's going on? Show me, Leo. Show me, Leo. All right. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Seven of Cups. Lovely. Very nice. Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Oh, caution. Okay. Let's see, is that frustration? Is that persistence? I think it's a little both, actually. Justice, Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Okay. All right. Opening up with lots of water. Oh, it's lovely. Do you see that? Do you see the color scheme there? It's blue, it's peaceful, it's calm. Very loving, very gorgeous. Okay. Lots of love here. You're feeling it, and it looks like you're trying to exchange it with somebody. We're open to it. Seven of Cups, we're open to it. We're open to it. It's kind of like we're expressing ourselves and trying to get on the same emotional page here. Okay? But I like where it's coming from. It's gorgeous. Very lovely. All right. That seems to be soon, if it hasn't happened yet soon. You'll know with who, because you'll either be doing this or you won't. Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. There's some back up. Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ten of Cups. There's some frustration here as we continue to connect and reconnect to this. It's looking like frustration, but persistence to find space in each other's lives, particularly in terms of emotional harmony, trying to smooth things out between you and this person. And where, when, how do you two fit into each other's lives? And if so, what does that look like? Okay. So it started out as an emotional exchange between two people, and then it kind of transitioned into this feels good. It does. It feels right. But there's frustration in the spirit. Will we be able to find a space in each other's lives in the greater scheme of things? And well, that's why you two are connecting or reconnecting, if that's what you want to find out. Okay? Justice, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords. There's this idea that I don't know absolutely everything, and that's true. We can say that of anybody, anywhere. We don't know absolutely everything, but you're like, something about this just feels right. Justice, the Queen of Pentacles. It's like it's worth it to me to find out. So again, the King and Queen of Pentacles emphasize self-worth, investment. Okay? There's something about, I got to keep doing this. It feels right to me. It feels like a good investment. All right, let's try and fill in those blanks. I like that. It feels like things are starting to balance out. Okay? You're getting a sense of navigation here based on reality and once more, what it is you can interact with. And you like it. It's like, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Very good. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. What's up? King of Wands, that's you. Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Time has caught up to us, yes? So the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, okay, there's something here you experienced in the past, fast forward, catching up to you, present day, this is how it lands. So this is how it lands for you. It's Seven of Pentacles. It's a pathway you are familiar with. At some point you've built into it, you invested in it. King of Wands, and there you are. There's something about this that you are familiar with, yes. And it does ignite you. It does captivate you in some way. Your interest is apparent. Okay, your passion for this is apparent. You're familiar with this road. This road with this person, their energy. Okay, the emotional aspects are here, and time has passed for you. It's catching up to you, and it's kind of like, hey, Leo, you want to get back to that pathway. You want to look at it again, re-examine it, experience it again. Maybe you can pick up where you left off. Okay, there is the possibility for development with this still exists, in other words. So it's coming back to you in a way, but it's very gentle. It's non-threatening, all right? But yeah, there's still room for growth on that particular vine, on that particular path, if you're so inclined. You and this person. Okay, lots of water here, could be connecting to water sign, but what I'm seeing is a lovely emotional exchange, and like I said, you've been down that road before with them. To some extent, you're familiar with them. May not be a person of intimate value, but that's up to you. But yeah, there's a lapse. There's a lapse in time between you and this person. But yeah, it's your choice. It's both your choices. It looks like a good, gentle choice to me. Okay, it does. And it, like I said, it still captivates the energy in some way. You still look at it with a certain sense of pride and passion and interest and hope, you know. But there's love here. All right. 3 cups, 9 of wands, and the 10 of cups. So while it is lovely to connect and to reconnect, there is an element of frustration here, 9 of wands. How do we fit into each other's lives? Okay. And that may be something that's not so easily answered. Hence the frustration, but also the persistence. Okay? Put it this way, if one of you wants to block, you will. But I'm seeing it more as frustration. But a willingness to find out. For some reason, it's not straightforward. Okay? There might be some old grudges in there that's keeping us from completely connecting to this or reconnecting to it. All right. Oh, yeah, there it is. 5 of Cups, old grudges, justice. There it is. And there's that 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, justice, justice. Okay. Yeah, there's some old baggage in there. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's a pathway you're familiar with. I'm not surprised to see it. Not at all. No, there's old owies in there. There is disappointment, loss, regret, remorse, all that jazz. Again, you already told me of your own kind of spiritual free will, not everything's clear, particularly around the past, and that's where some of the frustration with the 9 of wands is coming from. So again, you can use that to block or you can use that to persist. It's entirely up to you, both. Okay? I read what's here, not what isn't. I see these two insisting on trying to smooth things out emotionally. It's possible. Yes, anything's possible. If 2 people want to, they will. That's how it goes. So again, I don't know who this is to you, but the opportunity exists to smooth things out and feel good to you both. However, it does take an active, well, it requires active participation, I should say, to understand the doubts and the shadows of the past. You know, I'm not saying that you two have to deep dive, but some of it has to be addressed, yeah? Okay? It's the only way to create the balance. Understand each other's point of view of the past, and maybe that might help smooth things out for the potential future. Okay, 2 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Justice. And like I said, you're like, I experienced something happening in this, and it feels positive. It feels like it's worth my while. So, while I don't know everything, I'm making progress, and I see that I'm making progress with them. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what's up with you. All of this seems to be centering around Libra season. Yeah. And then flowing outwards from there. Okay. Justice, Queen of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, so it's the both of you. Excellent. You know what? It's interesting. You seem to have a core element of earth running through you. A sense of investment. Good. So again, you would know then if it's worth your while. And they feel the same. So I see that you two take continuous action towards each other, which is good. And communication. Again, the idea is that this feels more correct than not. Okay? It's looking more correct than not. You two, I see you're investing in each other. I do. In terms of time, energy, attention, effort. There you go. It's returned to you. Like, literally, it's returned to you. And that's why it feels correct to you. That's why you want to keep doing it. Because you're like, I see progress here. Yeah, you're correct. You do see progress. It shows up in a very practical way. I think you two try to spend time, energy, attention, effort on each other when and where and how you can. It's not always straightforward. Perhaps you're both just very busy people. Or perhaps that past requires a little more effort. Okay? But other than that, I see that we're trying. We're trying to be consistent with this, and they're trying to be consistent with you. And that's a big part of this, is consistency. Okay? All right. Very good. Yeah. There's such a fondness here. They really receive. You're being asked to open to receiving universal gifts. These could, they could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Again, that's a choice. And worthiness, going back to that principle of self-worth, is it worthy of you? And the answer is up to you to receive these things. To balance things out with this person, but in a real meaningful way. Okay, that actually shows up. And I like how it starts out with a beautiful feeling. That makes me happy. But I also like how it shows in the end as a practical investment on both sides. Trying to be respectful, mindful, and investment for investment. Respect. So here we have the motivation at the emotional level and the real world application. That's good. I want to see both. You got both. And that's wonderful. So be open to receive, but that's entirely up to you. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. Okay. But yeah. And this is realistic, you know. It is. I think it is. You two share a history. And the only way to balance it is to try to navigate it. The past with the present, where you two find yourselves today. Okay? Oh, okay. Marriage, number 20. I'm not saying you two are going to go exchange rings tomorrow. What I'm saying is that I read what's here, not what isn't. So, number 20, marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. I mean, that's what you're attracting, and you're attracting it specifically with this person. So, yeah, it has the potential to go there in future. And number 20, which, by the way, 20 is the card of judgment in tarot. So, yeah, I could say that. I didn't see it, but yeah, I could say it. Sure. Second chance and all that. Time has passed. And time goes by so slowly. And time can do so much. Unchained Melody. Okay. Every now and again I remember them. Okay. Oh, so many. L, E, C, V, R, J, and Q. And then we have your medallion. Leo, so you might be double, triple, quad Leo. You might have Leo in a very critical placement in your chart. But there you are, darling. And then we have the dog tag, keyword here being protected. Yes, you are. Or yes, you both are. Okay. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Sagittarius. What's going on, Saggy? Okay. Alrighty, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands. I'm laughing because Leo got the same card, first card down, and I promise you I shuffle these many times in between takes, never mind what you see. It's meant to be is meant to be. Oh, but you look great. You do. You look great. I love that. Nine of Swords, the Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles. What's this now? Where's that stress coming from? Oh, the Tower, the World. And Hey, honey, slow down. There's only so many cards that indicate ending. Jeez Louise. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. I was curious about that middle segment because you look so tranquil, peaceful in the opening. It's beautiful. It's enviable too. I would have, if I could, I would have everybody walking around feeling like that all day, every day. But the reality hits home for you. And I think what you're showing me is in that opening is that sense of balance and peace because you know what you need to do. That would be my first guess. So straight away, this one's either yours or it's not yours. There is no middle ground on this one. Okay? And people ask me all the time, I'm confused, and it's not yours. You would know. I mean, literally, this Sag would know. Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, the Justice. There is such a peace in your heart about balance and what is correct for you. And that's all I want for people, honestly. From whatever element they feel comfortable with, this is what's right for me. And in your heart, you're showing me I'm at peace over a particular subject. I know what's right for me. Nine of Swords, the Chariot, Seven of Pentacles. You're showing me a lot of anxiety around continuing down a particular road. And I was like, okay, fair. That's true for a lot of people. Nine of Swords, the Chariot, Seven of Pentacles, literally a path that's traveled. Moving towards it says stresses you out. It really hurts your head, messes with you. The idea of continuing to go down that road. You find it sickening, frightening, filled with anxiety, anxiousness, dread. It's kind of like saying, I know a lot of people will pick themselves up and say, get over it and keep going down that road. The Seven of Pentacles is the Seven of Pentacles. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying it's an established pathway. And here's the trick with the Seven of Pentacles, and that's why it's tricky in any reading. It's kind of like saying, I'm good where I'm at. Let's coast. Ride neutral. Well, you told me you don't want to do that. Nine of Swords. The idea of going down that road and continuing to pursue it with the Chariot, you found it very disquieting, uncomfortable, disturbing. So that means then it's 70%. It's a stagnant pathway. And it's kind of like if I continue to pursue that, I will not be happy with myself. And going down that road, I don't know if I want to continue to do so. In fact, it kind of makes you sick in your stomach. Keeps you up at night. Okay. And the Tower, the World, the Death. Okay. Okay. So you're not going to go down that road anymore. That's it. That's all you're telling me. But your opening suggests I want peace in my heart for my own existence. I want to do what's right for me and feel what's right for me. And it's coming from not just an emotional place, but from an intuitive place. So that's the benefit of the King, Queen of Cups. They kind of have the intuition piece built into it because they understand their heart, because they understand their feeling. It makes sense to you. You find peace within you on this subject. You want to live a life of balance and correctness. And in honoring that, you're looking at a known pathway and you're like, I don't think that pathway represents me anymore. You can't find yourself on that path anymore, it seems. The Hierophant, Ace of Cups, Judgment. Okay, and if you do this, please know it's not just your heart that's in alignment, your spirit is as well. With the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups and Judgment, you have some amazing spiritual energy within you. You really do. You have such a strong devotion to your spiritual beliefs. And also, it seems what you naturally feel. You have such a strong calling in you. Okay, you do. You really have a beautiful essence of being. Sorry, I just sucked in my teeth right there. That probably sounded really weird. Sorry about that. It's part, never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. And the Hierophant, Ace of Cups, and Judgment. Yeah, it's beautiful essence. Wow. It's your decision. And whatever path you take, own it to the best of your abilities. Commit yourself to it. It's within your power structure. You might have some really interesting Taurus in your chart. But you're showing me it's part of your power structure. That when you commit yourself to something, you go all in. Okay? So that means when you enter a path, you take it very seriously. And if you exit one, you take it equally seriously. So the decision rests on you. In other words, you literally know what's best for you. You've had decisions like this before in your life, based on lessons. Commit to what you feel. Commit to your spirit. You'll be okay. Okay? I know that if you don't believe it, you don't do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all she wrote. Okay? 9 of Swords, the Chariot, 7 of Pentacles. And it's apparently, by the way, with you now, the feeling is nigh. And for some of you, it might feel like a very intense decision, feeling like it's a do or die thing, but you know better. You know better. Going back to your main point, do you know what's right for you? And can you commit to that? That's conviction. Spiritual conviction, too. You've had some major decisions before you. You have another one now. 9 of Swords, the Chariot, 7 of Pentacles. And again, you could use that same level of committed energy towards this if you understand that path is right for you, the one that you are already familiar with. 9 of Swords, Chariot, 7 of Pentacles. What says this, please? King of Swords, 6 of Cups, Queen of Wands. It involves a known path with a soul bond, even if you don't resonate with soul bonds, someone whom you've known a very long time, and you have a unique connection with. You have a memory with. Okay, I see 2 people here. I see 2 people, literally 2 people, King of Swords and Queen of Wands, which by all rights I could say is you. Could be connecting to an air sign. Doesn't have to be. But the 6 of Cups, there's a lot of memories between you and this person, a history. A sense of sweetness, perhaps, and nostalgia, representing our youth. And that's the conflict. Continue on that path with them. It may or may not be a person of intimate value. That's up to you. Okay. Okay. So continuing on that path with them. The Tower, the World, Death. Three of Cups, 2 of Wands, the High Priestess. Yeah. You feel like it's no longer your place to continue to connect to it. Yeah. That was pretty straightforward. So the Tower of the World, Death, I mean, there's only so many ways I can say it. But 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the High Priestess, it's intuitively speaking, you cannot see a world where you continue to connect with this or take it with you on the path or continue to go down that path with them. Okay? Yeah. You know, and it also represents a rather serious reversal of decision. That would explain the opening. You've been through things like this before. The seriousness of your decisions and lessons you have learned about what is right for you and not right for you, what it is you commit to and what it is you should not be committing to, and how has that stayed the same in you or changed in you, etc. So this represents a serious overturning of one's decision. That tells me then, once upon a time you said, I would never deviate from this path. I would always stay on it. I would always choose it. And now you're showing me the opposite of that decision. So it's big for you. This is a big thing for you. All right? I see that in your opening. I see it in your closing. Reasons why? Well, you would know best. All right? But the idea of continuing to go down that road, You find it in some way intolerable. Okay? But there's something here about connecting from the heart to this you find inauthentic now. Allow. Allowance. Yeah. Allowance. Good summary. Okay. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up. Okay, so allowance. That's how I often summarize the Hierophant, by the way, is in the form of allowance. This is what I authorize, this is what I do not authorize, because it's based on the principles of commitment, which derives from the self first, always. Everything begins with the self. Okay? So what it is you allow and will not allow. Big decisions here for you. And that's a major overturning there. I know you thought this is a decision you would never make, but you're allowing the flow to happen as you understand it should. The Sun, operating under the principles of the Sun, happiness. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Number 30. Happiness. Okay? All right. Once more, take what resonates, leave it does not. Tarot is a proof of choice, not the absence of it. I'm not telling you what to do. I've had a smattering of comments of people who are either very, very new to tarot or they don't understand it because they watch a lot of shit tarot. Tarot, the Tower, the world, and death. I'm not telling you what to do. It literally speaks for itself. It's either yours or it's not. You are a part of 1/12 of a collective. Okay? That's rather sizable. I don't know who this is meant to resonate with. I have no clue. But it's either yours or it's not. That's it. Yeah. I see you devoted to your peace, and that might be a little alien to you. Okay? It looks like a new devotional system for you. Peace and love. So that means whatever this is that you are deviating from, you will not take on the path or resume the path with, might be the opposite of that. Or come to represent the opposite of that over time. Okay? Anyway. Okay, BMAGUY. We have the medallions of Leo as well as Cancer. You might have one of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to it this season. Might be important to you. And then we have a little bicycle. Profession, hobby, or symbolic to you for some reason the bicycle is. It also represents forward motion. And I always forget to say that, but I just think it's one of those obvious points. But okay. Anyway. Saggy, honey. I hope this helped you. Okay. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries. What's up? What's going on? Show me Aries, please. What's going on? All right. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Sun. Interesting. Okay. Seven of Cups. Six of Wands, the Tower. Ace of Swords, Six of Cups, Eight of Wands, confused. Confused. It's interesting. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Sun. There is some sort of opportunity here that you're not entirely convinced will make you happy. You can kind of get the idea of it. You're like, it could do, but I'm not convinced. Eight of Cups. Okay, fair. Not all that glitters is gold, yeah? So there's some sort of opportunity here that's like, it might be good for others, but I don't know if it's good for me. You're like, yeah, it could make me happy, but I don't know if I should get emotionally invested in that. You're not fully present for it. I see you considering it. And then over here, 7 of Cups, 6 of Wands, the Tower. You're like, nope. A straight up lack of confidence. It's like, nope. I don't want to consider it. Nope. Never mind. There's something about it. You're like, never mind, scrap that. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. You're showing me what's up with you. This should be happening relatively soon, so you would know if it's yours. But there's some sort of offer here. You're looking at it. You're like, There are notes of the sun attached to this. Maybe happiness. But after some more consideration, you're like, anti-confidence, anti-availability. No, it would be stupid to take that. Something like that. Like, that's a bad offer. It's a bad egg. Something like that. Okay? And you're right, not all that glitters is gold. Not all Ace of Pentacles is for everybody to take all the time. That's where kind of discernment and or judgment kicks in. And there's something here specifically for the areas I'm looking at that you're saying anti-confidence. Okay? In other words, you don't feel good about it at all. You really don't. You really don't. You're saying something's up with that offer. Something taints it, maybe. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Something like this. Or perhaps it's just bad timing. But there's some shadows around it that says, this no bueno. Okay, fair. And then not too far out from that, 8 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and then we kind of shift gears altogether. And this happens because, hey, we don't always just have one theme in tarot readings. Sometimes things jump around. And that's yours today. There's some confusion here. 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands. It's like, where's this communication coming from? Like, that's literally the translation. So you're getting some communication from some sort of soul bond, and you're confused. It's like, what? I don't know if you saw that coming. But you're like, what? The confusion is communications here. Why? What's going on? And if so, how do I respond? Or what do I respond? Or do I respond at all? Because it is someone whom you know. It's someone whom you share a past history with, if nothing else. And it represents that kind of sweetness or the nostalgia of the history. And also that unique bond you have with this person. But 8 of Swords, you look a little blindsided there. A little bit. Okay. We're curious to see what's up with that. It's interesting that seems to come in after this is kind of declined or walked away from, or you just said, nope. Nope. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, the Sun. There's this idea, this notion that you would take that Ace of Pentacles, but when you look at it a little more closely, you're like, I don't know about that. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and the Sun. Three of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Lovers. Oh. It's not the offer you want. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like that. It's like, you're just so honest. Okay, you were just really honest, and I appreciate that because it kind of gets to the point faster. So anyway, it's not the offer you wanted. Specifically who? Oh, no. There's something in your energy that suggests, look, I'm holding out for something else. This ain't it. And yeah, okay. So 3 of Wands. Thank you for that. I appreciate your honesty. 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands. And don't get me wrong, you're showing me patience here. That you feel good about you. Okay, so there's no rush, no pressure. But it's not the offer you wanted. You're like, I was looking more for like a lover type situation, or you were hoping to get something from a very specific person. But regardless, you're like, this Ace of Pentacles, it looks nice. Thank you. I'm sure it's a lovely offer for someone else. I'm sure this is the kind of offer that would make someone else happy, but it's not what I was looking for. I was thinking more like a lover type thing, and this isn't it. But thank you. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the offer. It's very nice. Yeah, I just, don't get me wrong, you don't dismiss it right away. You look at it, you do, but I can see in your spirit, in your essence, you were waiting for something else to arrive, but patiently. It's like no rush. You're hoping more for a strong connection type situation, and yeah. So it's not that you don't. You're looking at it. It's like I could see where it makes somebody happy. Just not me. You know. Thank you, honey. I needed that laugh. The Seven of Cups, Six. Oh, I like it when people are direct. They just, I don't know. I miss it. I think that kind of directness and just getting to the point is a lost art. You know, I wish more people would just be themselves, honestly. Anyway, Seven of Cups, Six of Wands, the Tower. It has nothing to do with the fact that it would make my job so much easier, but whatever. Seven of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Tower. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, something's anti-confidence. I don't want to open up to this. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. I've had more time to think about it. Okay. The Magician, the Four of Pentacles. Nice to see you're holding out for something else. See, again, thank you for your honesty today. I really appreciate you. No, you are literally holding out for something else. And this one ain't it. It's like, nope. Because you looked at it a little further. But what you came back with rather quickly is just, again, a lack of emotional confidence in this. And it doesn't feel correct to you. It just doesn't feel correct to you. You're saying if you took that, it's not what you want, the joke would be on you. It would be a tower waiting to happen. It's folly. So you don't want to step foot in it. You don't want to try it out. You don't want to consider it any more than you already have. It's like you'd be foolish to take that when you clearly want something else. So, and you're stubborn too. The Magician, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Yeah, no, you're like, I'm holding out for my manifestation. And I kind of, again, I got a hint about what that was. It's a strong connection. So at this point, it might be that you just desire a strong connection, something that really makes you sit up and pay attention. It may not be a specific person. It might just be an open-ended manifestation of, I want a lover. Are you a lover? You didn't pass the lover's test. Now, I don't know that there's anything necessarily wrong with that offer. It does feel a little off to you. Shadow surrounding it, anti-confidence, anti-availability towards it. Okay. But for the biggest part, it's like I'm holding out for a larger dream or a larger wish, and I'm sticking to it. So the joke would be on me if I accepted it. Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. It is what it is, guys. Not all that glitters is gold. They're saying that's a fine Ace of Pentacles. It is not for me, or perhaps there is something wrong with it. I don't know. But you also made it clear you're not deviating from your manifestation. It's like I'm holding on to that one tight. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and then I'll take some action. Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, and Eight of Wands. Okay, so we have someone talking to you soon. And it's someone whom you know confuses you. Ten of Wands, Strain, the Hermit. Oh, the World. Okay. Oh, that's why you didn't see it coming. Yeah, from your point of view, you haven't talked to this person in years, or you understood that was a closed out cycle, that you did your time healing from it. And that you have healed from that connection, and you know who they are. You know, you two used to share a bond, and in many ways you still do. It's still spiritually activated, if nothing else. But yeah, you're saying you healed from that a long time ago, and that you recognize it as a complete cycle, so you're confused about why they're talking to you. Well, I'll tell you why. You remember your manifestation? The one you're holding out for? One where you rejected that ace, and towards the end you rejected it vehemently. So this is where I tell people you have to be aware that you're manifesting, and by all rights you are. You know. You even understand what the subject is, right? The lovers. I want a strong connection. That's what I'm holding out for. Thank you. Nothing else is going to get my attention. Nothing else is going to blow my skirt up, however you want to do it. Okay. I'm holding out for that. And you're like, then I'll take action. That's what's up. You're adamant. You're adamant with what you desire. And you even know the subject. Great. So that's why I tell people this is why you need to know. The universe has a way of delivering unto us our manifestation in unexpected ways. So, I'm just saying, there's a reason you didn't expect to hear from them. It's been a while. But to your credit, and this is why I don't want this Aries to be offended, is because technically you're not. You saying you've healed over that shit. It used to weigh you down heavily, actually, this person. They used to weigh in your mind and in your heart, even in your sex for a long time. So, you know, you healed through it, you walked the path of life, and you said, from your own admission, you've already done the healing on this one. That means you already understand the purpose they served in your life in the past. And you're like, that's an old cycle, so it's in the position then of reopening. I said it. Go ahead and be mad, that's fine. I don't care. There's a cliche for a reason. Don't shoot the messenger, honey. People don't get mad at me. That's just, I'm here. I'm the person reading, right? So people are going to get mad at me. It's the message. So, once more, tarot does not dictate action. You do. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. If there are any further questions around this subject, please check out the description box. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You are confused. Okay. I would love to know what that email looks like, or what that text looks like, or what that phone call looks like. You're just, this is you. This is you looking at whatever it is. What? That's you're confused. You were, what? It's like that. I healed over them a long time ago. Dear universe, could we have a talk? I'm manifesting over here. And they're like, we know. Okay. So you have, what's interesting to me is that you're so specifically holding out for the manifestation of a strong lover. So the fact that you're showing me confusion that this person in the past is talking to you suggests you weren't manifesting them specifically. That means then it's being returned to you that this person best fits the profile, maybe. So it kind of depends on you, what you want from there, how you two can look at each other now or communicate with each other now. What do you understand a lover to mean to you? Okay. Is it just the sexual form? Is it the spiritual form? Is it the emotional form? Is it all of those things? And how are they responding? Because they're responding. They picked up your link, honey, your wavelength. They picked up the energy. They picked up the bat signal. Okay. So they're responding. After that, you two take it from there. Yeah. Focus on the healing. Okay. You've done your time with it. It's not shock. You're not showing me too much shock there. Not at all. It's just confused. Why am I here? It's an alignment. Whatever your manifestation is in alignment. We're lining up to it. Okay? So, you know, you never want to hear from that person again or respond to them. You don't have to. And this, if you don't, then that might help you reshape your manifestation too. Well, okay, how about just new love then? Or if it's just a passion thing, then honey, just manifest the Ace of Wands. That's it, you know? So figure out why it is that you are manifesting so specifically a lover's connection. Because they're sending you someone who, as you understand it, is going to best fit the profile. As someone of the past, okay? It's choice. Yeah, it is your choice. It is 1,000% your choice. It's two people's choices. They had a choice to show up, talk. You have a choice to receive it or not. But yeah, it's a chance to expand. Okay? Alrighty. Okay. I think I have it upside down, and I think I do. Okay. Regardless. The Phoenix. Oh, powerful. Yeah. 25. Oh, no. Is it? 25, yes. Be prepared to be renewed. You know? Rising from the ashes and all that. Transformation. Yeah, you could say this connection is being renewed for certain. Excuse me, certain. Again, choice. I like how you showed me patience, though, around your manifestation. You're like, good things take time, and they do. C, S, R, R, and D. Aries, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments and try not to shoot the messenger. Again, you don't have to. It's interesting to see how direct, though. How direct. It's like you said you wanted a strong lover. They're it. Okay. Yeah. Universe has a way of pointing things back at you. Be careful what you wish for. But again, I don't see any animosity here. I see you reflecting the cycle and how you healed from it. So you're like, okay, what do I do with this situation? That's up to you. Just take it from there next week or two. Okay? All right. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, what's up? Okay. What's going on? Show me, Aquarius, please. I just had a song come through. Jesse James, Share. It's a good song. Good song. It may or may not mean anything to you, you know. I just report impressions, and I heard, well, just Cher being Cher, singing Jesse James. So, what's going on? Show me, Aquarius, please. All right, 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and Death. Whoa, yeah. Page of Swords, 9 of Wands, and Temperance. Good, yeah. The Fool, 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, no going back to that. Okay, this is definitely one of those readings that's coming across as last chance, and last chance has come and gone. Okay. 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Death. It's always tricky there when we try to resolve feelings with a friend, or are we trying to connect to somebody as more than friends. Okay. But here's the thing. If it was a friendship and we couldn't work things out, it's over. If it was a more intimate emotional connection, or we wanted it to be, and it kind of stayed stuck there in the friend zone, it's still over. Here's the thing with Death. It either transforms or it doesn't. Okay? So this is the opportunity to let this go and seek the friendships or the connections or the intimate connections that are right for you. So that can still represent transformation for you overall. Yes, but as for this connection itself, no, it seems to be over. We'll put down some clarifiers and see if we can pick up some of the details. Okay? But again, it's either a friendship that's just not working out for either person. Okay, we're not so friendly towards each other, or it's something we want to be more than friends, and someone here's just not open to it. It could be you, it could be them, or it's just not working. Okay? Over here, Page of Swords, 9 of Wands, and Temperance. Yeah, there's some edge in there. It's like I've seen enough. I've had enough. I just can't anymore. And Temperance is here. So that tells me whatever this is, we've been trying for a while. That's why I'm saying it has an impression of it was last chance, and last chance has come and gone. So that's where you get agitation and that smallness of mind with the Page of Swords, which we don't typically associate with you. It's just, I think you're showing me I'm tired of thinking about it. Honestly, 9 of Wands, I'm frustrated, I'm pissed off, and I don't want to be anymore. This has had enough time, and I agree with you. It has had enough time. Whatever this is, whatever we're hoping to do with it, build into it, cooperate with, again, the structure here is 3 of Pentacles. Whatever it is we were trying to achieve or build into, it wasn't happening. That doesn't mean we didn't try repetitiously, right, to change or make different results, and it didn't happen. So yeah, you're showing me kind of, my mind is tired of this subject, my spirit's tired of this subject, fuck it. It is kind of like that, yeah. But Temperance is here saying, enough times happen. Let's be at peace with this. Let's learn from it. Let's heal from it. Let's move on. Okay. The Fool, 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords. At some point soon enough, you have the opportunity to turn around. You choose not to. Okay. The Fool, 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords. I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what's up with you. And I understand. You said that was last chance, and beyond that, I believe you. But you have the opportunity to change your mind, to turn back around and open up towards this again. And then you kind of went 7 of Wands, boundaries. 6 of Swords, no. But you had the opportunity to. So whatever this is tells me that you have a tendency to turn around and take another look at it, give it another chance, give it another shot. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had a reaction like that. Don't get me wrong, that's an internal reaction. Oh, no. No, no, no. This shit don't change. It's never going to change. It's never going to build into something greater. And I know that. So, Aquarius, turn back around. Keep going. Okay? It was really straightforward today. And this is all happening, it looks like, over the course of a week or so. You know, no more than 6 weeks. 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Death. But yeah, some of you are giving this friendship its last chance to measure up, shape up, whatever, by the end of October. Okay? And then that moment where you had the opportunity to turn back around, that happens, I think, in a couple weeks after. 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Death. Five of Wands. Oh, I bet. I bet. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. All you... Okay. 5 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. At this point, and for how long you've been asking just for kind of fairness in the 3D world. Ooh. And there's argument about that bullshit. How can we just make things fair, please, between us? And friendly, get along, or at least look like we're getting along. Because the 6 of Pentacles tends to be an outward cover. So this is what we're doing outwards, and people can see it. So it's everyday balances, and it's observable by anyone. Okay? It's out there in the environment. 5 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Can we get along, or at least pretend that we are? And that was the constant argument. So I don't even care what this is anymore. Friends who are still trying to be friends, or we were hoping it'd be more than this, but it's not. Towards the end here, you were just looking to get along with this person, and that we couldn't even achieve that. There was just so much outward tension. Everybody could see it. Everybody could see that you two weren't getting along. And we're confused by this. We're confused by this because we agreed to get along in our balances. We agreed to get along in public. We agreed to get along in the environment. And we're confused because that's not what happened. Nope. There's some tension there, arguing, backbiting, and other bullshit. So it looks like at least one person did not want to line up to the agreement, and they made it known. There's some drama in there. It's a little embarrassing, but the tension, the constant tension, and the fuck you faces, and the stuff like that. That was a little obvious, yeah. Okay, I got you. So it really was. It really was last chance, and then past that. Okay, now it's time to live up to our word, and we're not going to try to transform it with them anymore, but we can change ourselves. Yes? Correct. You can change your reaction to this. You don't have to participate in it anymore. So if the connection will not transform, we have to look to ourselves. You change your own dynamic to this connection, okay? Or relationship or whatever it is. You change how you interact with it, participate with it, and that includes not. Page of Swords, 9 of Wands, Temperance. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why you're sick of looking at it. Sick of being frustrated by it. You don't want to be any more Temperance. It had been going on a little too long, yes? Okay. Four of Swords, that's right. 3 of Cups and healing. 5 of Swords, I got you. See, no, you got it. Nail on the head. Absolutely. You got it. You called it. You absolutely fucking called it. Trying to connect to this, or rather force the connection of it to bring it together, even in the simplest ways that might have been, pleasant on both sides. It's like, you know what? It was self-sabotage. It was bullshit. But you know why you did it, honey? It's because you honestly wanted to give it the chance or opportunity it needed to get its shit together, or your two's connection to reconnect in a healthy way that it was at least beneficial in a back and forth, calm way, if nothing else. Okay? So you're saying it was self-sabotage. I say you get it. 4 of Swords suggests you get it. You reflect on this very subject about the connectivity of 3 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. And that's where that disgust is coming from. And that's why you don't want to think about it anymore. Because I tried. I tried at my own cost. So I want you to give yourself some leniency on that. Just think of it this way. You did your diligence. Okay? You did your diligence. You tried to uphold your side of the agreement, and you were exhausted by what you were experiencing. And it's like the whole thing was self-sabotage. I set myself up for failure. What was I thinking? And they weren't going to cooperate. They were never going to cooperate. They couldn't be cool, around other people or with each other. Just whatever. So no, okay, but give yourself some grace on that. It wasn't. It's like, oh, I should have known. And that's the vibe I'm getting from you. I should have known better, and that's why you're tired. You had evidence here, Temperance, that says there's just too small or too angry or too something. Okay. Okay. Let him have it. It's done. Let it go. You say it's self-sabotage. I know hindsight's always 20/20, but give yourself some grace on that. You were trying to make this thing function. And then here's the thing. You upheld the idea or the concept as best you could until you couldn't. So it's not like you shut it down at random. This thing had plenty of time to connect with you in a healthy way, or at least in a productive way, and it didn't. It chose not to. So you did what was right for you, okay? At some point you stopped. You stopped the self-sabotage and stuff like that, okay? Participating in it specifically. So, don't kick your own ass on that so hard, please. You tried. That's all any of us can do, is that we try, all right? Even if it seems like it's at our cost, the point is that you stopped it at some point. It would have been real self-sabotage if you had continued. So put it that way. Put it that way. Okay. So that would explain the full 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords. You have that moment to turn back around and give this your attention again, and you choose not to. Okay. So you prevented some self-sabotage there in future, and it hasn't even happened yet. So you know how you know that? Insight. Yes, because you went to rest on it. You reflected on it. That's why you have the insight to turn away from it in future. There you go. You learned. This is a good example of something I say all the time. You only fail if you refuse to learn. And did you learn or did you not learn? So therefore in future, do you fail or not fail? That's it. All right. The Fool, 7 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, 10 of Wands, strength and the Magician. Yeah, you need some strength here. Man, you must have had a habit of turning around every now and again. Okay, what do you need? What do you need help with? Oh, this time you're saying you want to work it out and you're going to take it seriously? Okay. The Magician, strength, 10 of Wands, it's like the strength to leave this behind and stop looking at it. Don't give it any more attention. I understand. And 10 of Wands, I understand that. The burden, the hardship, the heaviness. There's a sense of obligation towards this. Why that's there, that's up to you. You would know this connection best. That's where I think this, okay, I gotta try is coming from with you. You associate it with responsibility. 10 of Wands, this connection. It's kind of like, this is my burden to bear. Well, no. If your connections are taking away from you, pulling away from your sense of self-worth, your emotional, spiritual, mental peace, and that's where we really need to readjust our thinking. Whatever this is not your responsibility. It's not your burden to bear. Their burden is their burden to bear. And if your two's interests don't meet in a healthy, productive way, which from what I can see here it does not, it stops being your point of reference as something that should be on your timeline. Okay, but that's my 2 cents. Yeah, but so it's taking you a certain amount of strength to keep away from this, and you're asking for help in the universe. Keep it away from me. I don't want to go back to it. I don't want to look at it again. I don't want to give it any more of my time, energy, attention, effort, or resources. Okay? Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And also that will is double-edged in that you are also willing yourself to move forward too. Okay? And away from it. Not just keep away, but move away from it. Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. Yeah, I know. Healing is there. Okay? Healing and palm hand sign of spirituality, essence. This is what you believe in. Remember that. Yes, and show healing for yourself. And, if you can spare a wish for them, I hope they heal. It looks like they need it. It looks like it was determined to argue with you in small ways and in big ways and in all the ways. Even when it was meant to be of mutual benefit for you to connect. It just wasn't. And open up in healing. Open up. Don't be an island on this one. Surely you have someone in your life whom you can talk to about these things. That's what they mean by open up, not to this situation. That's done. Open up for the direction of healing. Yes, specifically. I see you do a little bit here in terms of coming to terms with the self-sabotage piece. You take full ownership of that. In other words, you knew at some point it was ridiculous to keep connecting to this or keep trying to make things work with them. And that's fine. But yeah, continue on with temperance. But also don't be an island. So open up. You have one or two trusted folks in your life whom you can talk to about these things. But yeah, there you go. Keep on with your goals, honey. And mind you, this isn't forever. I'm just looking at the next couple of weeks. All right. If you feel that you are mentally tired, it's because you are. If you feel that you are emotionally and spiritually tired over the situation, it's because you are. Okay? It won't always be like this. No. All right. Unity 34. I know. See, I see the unity here where in theory that should have happened. Even if it was at the pentacle level where you and I are disagreeing to get along because there is a mutual benefit in knowing each other. For one reason, either to do with the balances, finances, environment, community, maybe family, something like that. That's all we wanted was unity, to get along, and someone adamantly, consciously or unconsciously, was sabotaging that. 34, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. Yeah, and I want you to take those same concepts and use them for you now. Okay, you can have unity with yourself, if not with this person. Okay. Oh, okay. GAD, GAD. I just had those three. I feel like I need to pull some more, but that was really straightforward. GAD. Okay. LEHV. We have the captain's wheel, and that is the wheel of fortune and the world. Time moves forward always, and doors close and they open as they're supposed to, as they're meant to. Okay. Unicorn in reverse. This is not a unique situation. I know that when you're caught up in it, it probably feels that way, but it's not unique. It's not special. It's not divinity. It's nothing like that. Dragons in reverse. We're tired of fighting for this, or tired of fighting around this, or standing up for it, or showing energy towards it. I've seen that. And then the owl in reverse. Yeah, no, I in that respect, I don't blame you. That page of swords there, you don't want to think about it anymore. And that's because you know enough. That's why. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, what's up? Show me Gemini, please. I'm getting some song references today. They just jump to mind sometimes, and I share them with you. I don't remember the name of it or who sang of it. Oh, no. If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. That one. I know. Now I'm going to have 50 people tell me in the comments what it is. That's okay. But that one just popped to mind, and I heard it. I heard the chorus. So anyway, that may or may not resonate for some of you. I don't know why I hear it. It just jumps to mind. Okay. If you leave me now. That one. You take away the biggest part of me. Cute. No, it's not cute. It's sweet. No. All right, what's up? What's going on? Show me Gemini, please. What's going on? The lovers. Aw. Baby, please don't go. Yeah. Oh, no, the devil. No. Okay. I already know what that is. Well, just looking at the combination, it tells me a lot. Okay. Death, Four of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Whoa! Really? Yeah. The Hermit. Three of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. Man, this one's either going to be yours or not yours. I like it when people show me very distinct readings, because that helps the audience understand if it's for them. So if at any point you're like, I'm confused, it's not for you. It's not for you, because that opening is a dead giveaway. So it's either you or it's not you. The lovers, that's you. That's your power cord, darling. And you're sharing that energy with somebody as we speak, but it's in its spiritual form right now. Right now it's no contact, but it is looky. Ooh. Ooh. It's intense looky too. We got a little looky-loo. You got a little lurker. Oh, someone's glued. Eyeballs are glued on the other person. Page of Swords, devil. Got a little habit. Now, to be clear, am I seeing the connection as toxic? It could be. Right now, it's unrequited, and there's some intense energies around that. That enough alone can generate the devil. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a toxic connection. Now, if I clarify and I see another devil and I see some Five of Swords bullshit, okay, it's bad. But for now, it's the intensity of the gaze. You see that? Okay, the intensity of the gaze or the small eye. Page of Swords. So yeah, someone's watching intensely of the other person. It's either you to them or they to you. Ooh. Pickup truck and them devil's eyes. Wait, no. It's a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I just got a snippet. It's a snippet from a song in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He had a pickup truck and them devil's eyes. So it's very intense eyes. Again, it's going back to the element of eyes and watching. Okay, so someone's very intently watching the other person. And right now it's unrequited, and there's a lot of twisted up feelings about that, at least on both sides. The spiritual complexity of this connection, the emotional intensity of it, the sexual intensity of it. Okay, any of those features. Okay, now, that kind of tells you right away if it's you. So if it's not you and you can't identify with it at all, then someone's watching you. Okay? Could be, since the Lovers is here, that you two are intently watching each other in your own ways. Yeah. Yeah. There's that as well. Death, Four of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Interesting. We've done some transformation here. We've done some transformation, healing, a time of quiet, calm reflection. A lot of our energy has changed quite a bit, and it took time to do it in quiet, calm. And this is internal. The Four of Swords is very internal here. Quiet transformation within oneself. Okay. You know, I see where we try to talk ourselves out of this. Like, it's not that intense. It's not all that. You know what we learned on the other side of it? Fuck, I'm still attracted to this. And we are. We're still attracted to this. Yeah. I see you as being still attracted to this, and you know that. You've gone to rest on this several times. Death, Four of Swords, it was not a quick process for you. You really tried to let this connection go. And you did what you could in terms of reflection and trying to find peace on the subject. And you're like, I'm out the other side of this, and damn it, I'm still attracted to this person now. And you are. You are. And you're being very honest about that, and attraction's not a bad thing. You know, it's a lover's connection. It's going to happen. Okay, there's going to be a certain level of intensity towards that lover. Why else would it be there? Yeah, so you're still attracted to it, and that hasn't changed at all. It's still natural to you. It's still a natural feeling. It's organic. It's not fake. It's real. It's not manufactured chemistry. It is authentically still with you. Okay? The Hermit, Three of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. You know, it's actually quite beautiful. There's something here in the healing, the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, that we actually see this connection as beyond just chemistry or sexual attraction. It's in some way represents love. Quite a bit of it, actually. That's also a healing journey, and that comes out of wisdom, insights, and experience. I know that the opening suggests is something. It looks bad for people who are not acquainted with tarot, and it could have gone in that direction, but it didn't. That's why the insight is here, and the healing is here. It feels intense in very strange ways. But someone here, and I'm defaulting to you because it's your reading, you've done a lot of work on this subject. You've given it a lot of thought. Your conclusion is that it was not a bad or toxic connection, that it represents love. And it went beyond sexual chemistry, at least for you. So who is watching who? I don't know. So intently, too. That aside, you're saying you've done your inner work here. You know what this means to you. It represents love. Okay? Good, gorgeous, beautiful, refreshing love. And that, again, that takes the insight of the Hermit to look at these things. So you're saying your passion for this is still real. Okay? That hasn't changed. You tried to change it. You tried to change it. And it's saying it's just as strong today as it was yesterday. So thank you for that honesty. I appreciate that a lot. And the Hermit, 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Now, I know some of you are looking at that. Are we connecting to this, reconnecting to this? Are we refreshing the cup? It's a possibility, but it's still under contemplation with the Hermit. Right now I'm taking it as what it has come to represent to you through proper healing, wisdom, and insight, is that you understand what this connection means to you. It's not some devilish thing. It's not some toxic thing. This isn't some radical rebrand of your emotions. It's you taking the time to understand what this connection means to you. Okay? And that intensity. Why does it exist? Why was it, where is that coming from? And in some way it represents love. I have to say that's a hell of a thing. Because a lot of people, they show me this kind of intensity and it's like, oh, it was horrible. And I'm not saying it didn't have its horrific moments. I'm sure it did. But there's something about it we don't find threatening anymore. In fact, we find it quite loving. Pure. Almost like a pure heart. Which is pretty darn wild, Gemini. It's just, I have to admit, that is wild. Because like I said, I see things like this all the time. And I see people watching each other all the time. And usually there's a lot of sense of, oh, well, I hate them at the end of the reading. And you're like, oh, no, I've given this a lot of thought. In some way, at least symbolically to you, it's come to represent love. Okay? The Lovers, the Devil, Page of Swords. And you've given this a lot of thought, too. A lot of thought. Temperance. And 5 of Wands to 3 of Cups. There it is. See that 3 of Cups? 5 of Wands, Temperance. That's why I didn't opt for new love. I didn't think that at all. And even then, it would still be under theory or contemplation. No. Temperance, 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups. You're saying you understand the origin story. You understand why the conflict was there. You understand why you attracted to this. You understand why you tried to connect and reconnect to it. You're just like, it took time. It took time. It took a lot of fucking time. But you're like, I understand it now. You do. You have such strong healing instincts. You understand it. You're not beating yourself up for this connection. That's wild. That's wonderful. I'm happy. I'm really happy. You're not beating yourself up for this connection. You're like, I get it. I get why I was drawn to it. You're like, I get it. I get it. Look at you. So again, aside from the watchful eye, in that level of intensity, it was either you, them, or a combination of you two. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit of both of you. Sure. All I can only really see is account from your side of the things and how you experienced it post, okay, after the connection. And you're like, I've done a lot of work, and you're like, I get it. We were supposed to connect. This influence was supposed to be in my life. It was supposed to be challenging. It was supposed to cause me conflict, and I was supposed to learn from it. And it's like, if anything, it's like I understand myself better, which ideally is what happens in a strong lovers connection, is that we understand ourselves better. Okay, it can cause a lot of conflict and challenges, and people who don't want to learn from that challenge, they won't. And that's usually where I get the interpretation of they're an asshole, is because they didn't want to learn. Somebody doesn't want to learn about the connection and how it impacted them and their role in it. And that didn't happen for you. It's like, no, I get it. I get why I was attracted to them. I understand why I was so damn strong. It was very natural. You're right, it was very natural. And let me tell you, you've had plenty of opportunity to try to turn that around and be like, no, this was bad, but you didn't. You're like, truth is, in healing on this subject, my energy for them was quite natural. I was supposed to be drawn to them. It wasn't just some devilish conflict in me. I was authentically attracted to this person, spiritually, emotionally. That's all here. And yes, of course, the sexual attraction was real. Still is. Did I just beat you to the punchline? You about to say still is? Still is? Oh, I'd love to do an in-depth on this one. Oh, but honey, if I do that for you, I'm like, I did an extended one for Gemini, and I'm angry with you now. Okay. And this is why. All right. Ace of Pentacles, work, the world, and the Lovers. I still come out the other side. You get it. Oh my God. Gemini, honey, I just want to applaud you. Bravo. You get it. Oh my God. This is one of my favorite readings. You get it. You get it. You understand. You understand the point of it. You understand the point of it. You really, really do. You understand work wasn't put into it, so it cycled out. It wasn't fair. It wasn't even in terms of time, energy, attention, effort, resources for one or both of you. You're like, you get it. You get it. You didn't know, or we didn't know how to put the work into this because we didn't understand how we related to it yet. We didn't even understand why the hell we were so attracted to this person. Right? So it's like, I didn't have the tools for the job. You're right. You didn't. We didn't have the tools for the job, and we get it. Okay? And it's like me or them. We didn't have the tools for the job, but I understand why we connected. And that actual understanding is entirely up to you in your own particular past history or timeline. Most likely, given what I'm seeing here with the two lovers at this point, and the in-depth translation in terms of the healing component, I have no doubt then that if I were to go back further on your timeline, you both intercepted each other at a time when you needed each other at that space in your life. You had shit going on, they had shit going on. And you were meant to be a powerful influence. And the only way to do that was to attract you two like magnets. And when that happens, the influence took effect. Okay? So I'm not interested in the he said, she said, and why you two specifically couldn't make things work or you didn't have the tools for the job. That wasn't the point. The point is that you had the delivery of impact in each other's lives. That's why. Okay? I get it. And having connected this person represented a whole cycle in your life and not just one. It was a couple. Things were going on for you. Things were going on for them. And here we have a very natural exchange of energies, of influence and impact that was quite large scale. But again, we didn't have the tools for the job at the time. And then also it looks like somebody was marked with a job and or career ending at that point. Or perhaps it was the both of you. One or two people were marked with a job ending right around the time of influence. So not only did we not have the tools for the job in the metaphor, the connection between you two, work influence was real for one or both sides. Again, perhaps that's how you two were meant to influence each other, was next path or next steps. Keep that in mind. But yeah, so you still come out the other side of all this contemplation, reflection that you were still attracted to them. But it's natural. It's not bad. It's not patternized. It's not devilish. The intensity of it is real. The connection itself is actually quite beautiful. And that's what you have concluded for yourself. Oh my. There's so much to work with here today. The Hermit, 3 of Cups. And the Ace. Where are we on time? Oh. I gotta pull it back. Sometimes it's like a kaleidoscope in my mind's eye. It's very interesting to look at, but you have to go back into the land of time and get back into focus. The Hermit, 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups. So much. You have such a rich reading today. It's just a pity. It's a shame that it's so damn short. The Hermit, this is the stuff I love to do right here. This is the complex stuff. This is not for beginning readers. 5 of Cups, there's that Devil, and the 7 of Pentacles. See, there's the sadness of how things worked out on the actual 3D path, and we're still upset about it. Again, this is from the point of view or the reflection of the Hermit. 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Connecting to this was a good thing. It was a form of beautiful love. That was ultimately what was born out of it. But at the time, it presented itself as unfixable sadness. 5 of Cups and the Devil and the 7 of Pentacles, and that's where that bad feeling is coming from, is how the things last stood between you two. Here's the frustrating part, and this is what really pisses people off. I see this high level of spiritual and emotional connectivity that has a lot of meaning and significance, and then I see bupkis in reality. I'm seeing the height of these reflections now for you. I'm seeing the emotional impression upon you that is very positive. This is tied back to the past, and this is why we understand we have such... it's literally a feeling of unfinished business between you and this person. Although it has largely come to represent beautiful love that was born under very unusual circumstances. Yes, I get you. And intense complications. This is what it's come to represent, and we're at peace with this. This is peace. Peace over what this actually means. And we're adding this to our book of wisdom. Love is born in very unusual ways, circumstances and situations, and you're saying it taught you a lot. And it seems like you two are huge, impacting in each other's lives at the right time, even though it seems like it resulted in nothing but pain and disappointment. That's okay. There's that sense of unrequited, unfinished business. So what happens after that? I don't fucking know. The point is that you're showing me massive consolidation and confirmation about this connection and what it means to you. And that's why I'm keeping this. So even though it seems like nothing's happening, actually quite a bit is. And if you're not a newbie to tarot, you know that. People who are new expect to see things happen. Communication, some nights, something. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing not only are we at peace with the subject, we understand the subject matter a lot more now. And that means in some way they do too. So yeah, do you still have a rising surge towards them? You do. You know that. Is it natural to you now and you can accept that? Yes. The feeling of love that you have for this connection or that person and also for yourself, do you also understand that was the end result? Yes. And that makes you feel glad. What upsets you is knowing how it was made from the past. And that's where that sense of unrequited comes from. It's unfinished business. After that, I don't know. I would love to push it, honey. I would love to, but perhaps it needs a little more time, if anything. I don't know. I don't know if you two will ever reconnect, but now you understand why you did. Okay? And that's all I care about. But I like how you show me I have not but love for this. And yes, a natural passion. I understand it's natural now. I understand what was created from this was love, and that's not a bad thing. You're right. Patience. Little patience. We come together fine. All we need is a little patience. Little patience. Little temperance. And also here, what I like is, here we see the man, or the figure, the person, consolidating, balancing these two concepts of reality versus the heart, and where they meet. Perhaps a little more patience then. If anything happens with this in 3D, I don't know, but I would love to find out, you know. It's beautiful. Well done. You must be somebody who has started practicing or went out of their way to learn spiritual concepts. I like how you don't feel threatened by the connection anymore. Because you understand its purpose. And that's fucking beautiful. And that means them too. The duality is really high for you too. So there's a good chance what I'm talking about, they understand to their own. I said love was born from this connection. And that's what you're ultimately taking away. Again, that's the conclusion that's right for you if it's right for you. And that's what I'm saying here. It was the birth of love. Love was born from this ultimately, despite the intensity of the conflict that surrounded it. The intricacies aside, I could give a shit about that. The end result. And how you're at peace with it. Number 4. But yeah, what was born from this was love. Okay. Okay, C, X, B, R, Y. Gemini, that's you, honey. I see your medallion here. And then also that of Sagittarius. You might have in these very strong placements in your chart. Obviously, you could be a double, triple Gemini. You might have Gemini in a very obscure placement that's very significant to you. I don't know. Same is true for Sag. But anyway, just to let you know. Cry. C-R-Y, cry. Oh, I'm sure tears were on both sides. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe they don't know that. But yeah, there was crying. Oh, honey, you can't experience something like this, lose it, and then not understand it after the fact that you're not going to shed some tears. You're going to shed some tears. You're going to cry. I have no doubt you two cried for each other. Okay. That's enough. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me, Libra. Yes. 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 Happy birthday. I had to do a mental check. This will be out the 19th. Yes. Happy birthday. We're getting there. I always try to squeeze in every happy birthday that I can remember. But yes, happy birthday, Libra. What's up? What's going on? Okay. Yeah. 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Page of Cups. Let's keep going. 3 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. Oh, okay. Okay. Chariot, Devil, the Magician. Oh, you can't wait anymore. Ooh, this one got some heat on it. Oh my, you can't wait anymore. You know, you're kind of looking like a really sexy, steamy 80s movie. I'm not gonna lie. You know when they were good in the 80s and they did some boundary pushing in the movies and things would get steamy, like sexy and frustrated. And it was just a borderline mad, angry madness. It just, you got that going on here today. You do. And I was like, oh, until I saw that bottom line, I'm like, okay, come on now. Come on now. You're like, I know. And then you got real. Okay. Okay. Let's back up. You know, well, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Page of Cups. Yeah, waiting sucks. That's how I would summarize that. Waiting sucks. To be clear, I'm not judging you. I'm not insulting you. I just, yeah, it's either yours or it's not. The Libra I'm looking at, you're being very honest with me. I've been waiting, and I'm pissed off. I'm frustrated. I'm really fucking frustrated. I'm tired of waiting. I know. That's one of the prices we pay for waiting, which is why I often discourage it. When we start waiting, by the way, especially when it comes to matters of love, lust, or somewhere in between, because you're actually showing me both, it's okay. It's not a judgment. It's just here. 3 of Wands, you know, we often start waiting in this idea of hope. I have enough energy in me. I have enough strength in me to wait. And we see it as a noble thing. We see it as a dignified thing. That's how we experience it. And above all, it's hope. I have hope that this will come through. I will be justified. I will connect to the feeling or the experience that I so deeply desire, and that's why we do it. But if we're left waiting long enough, we become angry and resentful, and that's where you are. You're frustrated. 9 of Wands, Page of Cups. It's like I've been waiting forever. Checking your watch. I've been waiting forever to open up my heart. Unfortunately, it's not coming to me. Now, there's the expectation here that whatever it is you're waiting for is supposed to come to you. Okay. And you're blistering a little bit. It hasn't shown up yet or arrived. Okay, but you're like, I'm here. I have a cup. I have a cup. Okay? I have a cup. I would love to express said cup, but, you know, whatever it is I'm waiting on hasn't shown up yet, so I can't express my cup. And now you're mad. Okay, and it's frustration. Moving on. We'll get to that. 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 3 Cups. You're so close to saying, fuck it. It's not coming to me. I'll go over there. Again, it's not that you've lost your patience. It's not that you're trying to play the waiting game. It's just you don't want to keep waiting. And there's something about you that says, I need to move forward over here. It's not in a rush, not yet. Knight of Pentacles, 3 Cups. But you start taking some steps and then you get bold, my friend. You start to get bold. The Chariot, the Devil, and the Magician. And that's where things get steamy. So you started taking some steps, and I understand why. At the end of the day, we put this idea of frustrated by waiting aside. You're heartbroken, 3 of Swords. And that's the real motivation. That's the real motivation. It's kind of like if it had showed up to me, I would have shown it some love and some peace. But it didn't. So now I'm mad. I'm restless. But underneath all that is heartbreak. Hurt. But you covered it up with waiting and maybe some justified anger there a little bit. But that was the real motivation, was Three of Swords. It's pain, rejection. Okay. And Knight of Pentacles. Some little steps outside of that. You stopped waiting soon. And you move into the Three of Cups. I'll reconnect with my damn self then. Okay. And what starts as a couple of steps, you start to take miles with it. So that makes me wonder about any sort of responses you might have gotten. Because you start to run miles with it. It's like that's all you needed was a little warm up. You did a little walk there. Maybe you did a power stride. And then you start going miles. It didn't take long. So that makes me wonder if you got a response. So then in that case, I congratulate you, stop waiting, because you started moving towards that, which you expected to come to you. Again, I'm not judging. I read what's here, not what isn't. People get really worked up with shit like this. And guys, I read what's here, not what isn't. Okay? That's it. That's all I can tell you. The Chariot, the Devil, the Magician. And like I said, now you're running full miles for this. You're like, you got a taste of it. And you want more. Bad. Like real bad. So, your heart is, I mean, what started out as like a little clippity clop. You turned into a sprint. And it's got some heat on it. The Chariot, the Devil, the Magician. You're like, I got a taste, and now I can't stop. Ooh, you want more. You liked it. You love it. You want more of it. Yeah, you got some heat on that one. Okay, so let's not assume the worst because the Devil's there. Okay, like always, all cards in tarot as a reflection of human nature and nature itself. Pros and cons, strengths and weaknesses. The Devil has pros. Nobody believes me when I say that until they experience it, and then they're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, it has pros, it has cons. Strengths and weaknesses, like all things. The intensity, ferocious, like your appetite kicked off really hard. And all you did was take a couple of steps. You got a little Three of Cups, and you're like, more. I want more. Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, your energy is, maybe that says something about me. It's a little sexy though. I'm just saying, it's a little bit, like, again, you know, like whatever. Case in point, you ever see Body Heat? Kathleen Turner, that's who I was trying to, Body Heat, classic, 80s movie, Kathleen Turner. Get it? That's what I'm talking about. Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, Page of Cups. I'm just saying. Now, like always, depends on what we're doing with it. What the intent is. Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, Page of Cups. The main lead, though, in that movie, why do you gotta be blonde? I don't know. Blondes don't do anything for him. I don't know. It's just, he was too much of a blonde. It was a big blonde, too. It's weird. I like dark hair. That's me. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, the Eight of Swords. There it is. There it is again. It's the waiting. Again, I'm not picking on you. I don't want you to think that at all. I want this to help you. And there it is. There's the motivation, the passion, the heat, and then also Ace of Wands. Once more, fire means hope. Okay? Fire means hope. You had a lot of hope. Like, seriously, that carried you for a long time. You had a lot of hope that this would come toward you, and you were confused. Eight of Swords, Two of Wands. You asked yourself on more than one occasion, why? Why am I waiting on this? I know it's not coming. You had that talk with yourself. But still, you kept yourself locked in that position of maybe. But the more you told yourself that, the more your anger and frustration rose, right? I know. You even said, Libra, why? Why are we waiting? It's not going to show up. Well, we're going to stand here anyway. Because you had a lot of hope. You wanted this to come through. And in some way, bless you, you wanted to express your page to this. Okay? You did. Your cup. But yeah, you have some heat on this one. You do. Three of Swords, Knights of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Oh, yeah. I was just thinking about Kathleen Turner. She was so hot. That energy she was putting off. And it's nice to actually hear a woman who has a woman's voice. She has that deep, husky voice, which, trust me, I don't get to hear too often. And it is nice to hear that. Let me know. Just anyway, let me know. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Three of Swords, Knights of Pentacles, Three of Cups. I don't know. I just get so much shit about my voice. It's nice to hear someone else have someone like mine, you know? All right. Three of Swords, Knights of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Okay. There's that Nine of Wands. Dangummit. Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, there it is. There's that frustration. They're not coming to me. I guess I'll go over there once more, just to emphasize for the people who are feeling like embarrassed, or they feel like there's judgments coming from me. It's either yours or it's not. The Libra I'm looking at, you've already been processing this. You see it for what it is. You're frustrated. You're tired of being frustrated. Specifically, the motivation is heartbreak. You want to get away from that. Okay? I know you were hoping this thing would come to you to resolve differences. It didn't. Okay? So I actually see you doing what I would have advised you anyway, then do it yourself. Okay? If it means something, if it's that much to you, okay, then start taking steps in that direction. Some of you, I strongly suspect some pride is influencing you here with the Nine of Wands twice. You felt the sting of the Three of Swords. You were waiting, acting like you weren't waiting. You had your walls up, and you're acting like you didn't. Okay? So it's kind of like if it's not coming to you, you go to it. That is literally a decision between you and you. I have nothing to do with it. I just report. You may not resonate. Cool. Some of you, what I'm saying today makes sense to you. Tomorrow it may not. Energy has a way of changing on a dime. I just want you to be at peace with it. Because I see you head in that direction. And why? Because there's love on the other side of it. Okay? It's the Queen of Cups there. There's that same damn Nine of Wands. So you want to get that pain out of your heart. You want to get that frustration out of your system. Then take steps in that direction. And you did. And in some way you are met with a response. Because you seem to pick up manifestation with earnest and a certain intensity that you might even find uncomfortable. It's almost like you feel encouraged. And it's, you know what it is? I think it is. I think it's compensation for having waited so long. Or feel like you've been waiting for so long. You might have what you call energetic build-up. Sure. Chariot, the devil, the magician. Page of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Ah! The tension is so damn high. Oh my God, the heat is on. Oh, the heat is on. No wonder, baby. No wonder. You had this expectation that they're supposed to come to you, or you just deeply desired it. They didn't. They just didn't. They didn't. I don't know why you had the expectation, and this is where I want to tell people, manage your expectations, because that tells me pride might have been an influence if you expected them to show up, but they didn't. I know you start taking steps in their direction, you get a response. You get a response, and it's an emotional one, and looks soft. That's all I can tell you. It looks soft, and that really kicked you into high gear. You got a little taste. It's like, I got a response. And I think what I'm seeing in you is a buildup of energy from waiting and feeling like you can't do anything, you're not supposed to, or they're supposed to come to you, and just that fucking feeling of helplessness just sucks, and it weighs us down, and then, like I said, pride gets involved, and it makes things worse. And it says, eventually they'll come to me. They'll come to me. And that just makes things so much worse. And we don't know that. All I know is that when you started taking those steps, that little, I was just in the neighborhood. I was just in the neighborhood. And you know what the response is kind of like? Oh, you were. That's good to see you. It's nice to see you. That's it. You take a little bit of that and you're like, ho, 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 buddy, I'm in there now. And you are in there. You are in there. I'm seeing energetic buildup from you. And that's one of the prices we pay for sitting on our hands when we know we're not supposed to. Okay, so you're just doing what I would have advised you to do. Do it yourself. I don't know where that expectation is that they were supposed to come from you. I don't know if that was a reasonable or unreasonable expectation. I'm not going that far back. That's another reading for another day. I just know it was there, and it caused you a lot of problems. Okay? So the Page of Wands, Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. It's on like Elton John, baby. Like, that energy is just high. Yeah, victory. Yeah, victory. Oh, you are feeling very victorious. You want more. You want more. So I would just say be aware of that intensity for which you're manifesting, because now that you got a taste, you want the whole thing. Now that you hit some stride, you want to go on for miles. Okay, so your response is, and you want to continue it forward. You want to see how far you can take this. More of a response, more of the energy exchange. Okay, ooh, it's on, baby. It's on. Wow. Yeah, you want more. You want more. So I lean towards over-explanation when I see things like this, because I know what people are going to do. They're going to be like, thumbs down, or I hate you, or I'm not waiting on them, or they need to come to me, or fuck them, or I don't owe them anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a Libra who's like, I've been waiting. I know I shouldn't have been. It just made me more angry and frustrated with myself. My pride probably got involved. Here's the real reason. It's because I'm heartbroken. Fine. Fuck it. I'll use I was passing through the neighborhood bullshit. Whatever. It's not like it doesn't work, because in your reading it clearly does. So whatever this is, it behooved you to make the first move. It behooved you to take those steps. Okay? So you actually get the results you want. I'm more curious about the energetic buildup I see over there. It's like, ooh. Okay. That's like I said, body heat. I'm not wrong. You lit. You like what you're experiencing. You like the response. You want more. You're going to see it through to the end. That's all I know. Wherever that may take you. Jump in. I know you jump, but it's like, jump in, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And patience, I think we've had enough patience here. A lot of time has passed, okay? This goes beyond the sense of I'll just be patient and wait for them to come to me. It surpassed that. It's time for us to take action, to jump in, okay? Yep. Sometimes I think I should just start with the oracles. Okay. I need my break, Libra. Phoenix. Okay, see, 25. Rising, Phoenix. Rising above. Yeah, and also, of course, Scorpio season for some of you. But it starts late October. But yeah. It's a different kind of renewal. It burns brightly, though. So it's not necessarily that it's bad. It's just really intense in your spirit, in your energy, and your sex. So I'm just, FYI. They have a cooler kind of approach. Not cooler, but the calmer waters. Okay? It's very peaceful. And in some way, their heart is impressed upon you. And, you're in there. I mean, you're in their heart in some way. It's very gentle. And you're like, I want more. C, D, O. And then we have the peacock. A bit of a display there. Yeah. A bit more of notice me. Attention, attraction, flaring out right there towards the end. And well, I don't blame you, honey. You got results, didn't you? I mean, it's very encouraging. A bit of a flare. Just that's a symbol of the peacock. Where's that coming from? That's just a symbol, perhaps a real live one. A real live peacock that you can actually see, the both of you can see. Where? That is your two's future connectivity point, I believe, in the real world. I just saw it. It was right in front of my face or something. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Here we have the metaphor, but there's the real bird. Perhaps you two, I don't know, perhaps you two have a drink outside of a painting that has a peacock. I don't know, but anyway, whatever. Libra, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, what's up? What's going on? Show me Taurus, please. What's going on? Okay, what's up? Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers, Three of Cups, King of Cups. Started out very practical, very tidy, very much taking care of the house. Love. Big love too. Wow. Wow. Okay. Five of Wands. The Fool. Strength. Ooh. We got elements of pride here. Certain openness of spirit. Tug of war. Taurus won't be denied. I see you're going to do it, honey. You're going to do it. So let's make this clear. It kind of pisses me off. But I'm going to do it. Hey, there's no stopping you, honey. When you set your mind to something, I know you will. And that's just who you are. And I'm glad you know that about yourself. And honestly, if it was wrong for you, you wouldn't do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. Back here in the opening, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Like I said, it's very tidy. It's very practical. It's very day-to-day. It's very much taking care of the home and anything around it or surrounding that particular subject, including one's personal finances. It's keeping you busy. It just looks like you are getting things in order at the home base there. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Literally. Just your everyday existence, staying on top of it, building into it. Repairs, maintenance. And that includes some of your connections here as well. It's Three of Pentacles. It's like, yeah. I'm putting my time, energy, attention, effort, and resources here and there as I see fit, as is needed. I don't know. But yeah, it's really basic. It's kind of classic earth energy there. There you go. It's like you're just being mindful of your home space or your most immediate territories. Just making sure everything's in balance. That's all. All right. The Lovers, Three Cups, King Cups. And then it's big feelings. Just huge. It's just bursting. It's a gorgeous bursting, isn't it? The Lovers, the Three of Cups, and the King of Cups. So much love there. It's interesting. It's like you got your house tidy. And it's like, I'm expecting company. That's probably the best way I can put this. As the Lovers, the Three of Cups, King of Cups. It's like, because I'm expecting company. So I'm making sure everything's just has its place and it's tidy and, I want them to feel comfortable. Well, one would, wouldn't we? The Lovers, Three Cups, King Cups. That's big. That's beautiful. I'm happy for you. That looks great. That feels great from here. So I love that for you. This is great. I'd love that for anybody. That's wonderful. I like this. Connecting, reconnecting. It's all good. It's all good, baby. You two have a good open heart space towards each other. It's developing. It's being developed, or we're reconnecting to it, and it's strong as hell. It feels bloody fantastic. What else is there to say? The emotion is there. The spiritual connectivity is there. Now, here's what's interesting. Five of Wands, the Fool, strength. You're like, again, just to note. A little agitated, but I'm going to do it. Five Wands of Fool, strength. There's a certain will of strength here. Also, pride is involved. I see that. There's a little battle of wills between you and this person, or perhaps another situation I haven't seen yet. But the Fool, nevertheless, we want to use our pride and kind of push forward or thrust forward, if you will. Yeah, what kind of thrusting, though? I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's something to that, isn't there? Yeah, but there's a little bit of a tiff there. Five of Wands, some frustration, battle of wills, but it's like, nevertheless, I will overcome that. I am above that, and I want to open up to this. You can't put me off it. Okay. All right, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What's up? I mean, really is Earth across the board there. It looks like we're keeping busy at home, getting things in order. Okay. Maybe some of you are doing work on the house, in, around, all that. Managing your schedules, I don't know. It looks really straightforward. It's nothing you can't handle, honey. All right, anything else, please? I mean, anything else, but anything else I should know about it? Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What's up? Oh, shut up. Get out of here. Like always, you show me something super simple, but when I clarify you, it's like... I'm running deeper than what I initially present, because that's me. Ace of Cups. Are you preparing, honey? You nesting? What's up? Taurus is open for business. Oh, I don't see that too often for you. Look at you. There you are, darling. Looking fantastic. That's you. And here's an Ace of Pentacles, your master symbol, Ace of Cups. You're open for business, but you're only interested in making one purchase. It's like you act like you're shopping, but you already know what you're going to buy. Like you already know. I'm sorry, you crack me up. You really do sometimes. No, it's great. You really are in some ways nesting. Preparing your most immediate areas, your comfort zone, your most immediate comfort zone, that which you put yourself into every day. Okay, it's really super simple. Yeah, it looks like you're kind of just taking stock of your environment, getting it in order, and because you're prepping. The Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, you're prepping for the next big thing. Your next big ticket item. Like I said, you look like you're shopping, but you know exactly what you're going to purchase, or that's the idea. I'm not saying it's transactional. I'm just saying you already know. You already know. You already know. And you're making space for it. That's all I see you doing is you're making space for it. It's beautiful. Okay. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Yeah. Look at you, sly. Oh, look who is, oh, look at you. Look at you. You got a lot on display, though. You got a lot to offer. I want you to know that. I hope you know that. Okay. Best demands best. You got a lot going on for you. Okay. You're a catch, so make sure you get yourself a catch. All right. The Lovers, Three of Cups, King of Cups. Smooth as silk. Look at you, you sly thing, you. Okay. The Lovers, Three of Cups, King of Cups. God, you are putting on the charm, eh? All right. I do all right. What's up? Is there a point to this reading today? Taurus, honey. Oh, there it is. I called it. Okay, Five of Wands here twice. That should be a threat to absolutely no one. Not in the context I'm seeing it in. We want to work things out with this person very, very much. But there is an anticipation of a little fight, a little tug of war, a little smoothing around the old energetic edges there. There's some tension between you and this person, but it's like, what is it? Honey, what's the point of a lover if you're not going to have a little fight? Because not only do you have a little fight, you get to kiss and make up, and it can be so intense and so fucking delicious. And I think that's what you have in mind, because there is a tug of war here, but let's be clear, between you and this person, you love it. You absolutely fucking love it. You love the connection you have with this person. You really do. You like how you two can go back and forth like this. You absolutely love it. It turns you on. It literally turns you on. You love it. You like having that little tug of war. You like having a little tension. You like having a little fight with them because then you get to make up. Am I right? Look at that. Oh, you sly thing. So, yeah, we got another ace on this one. 6 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Oh, this is such a classic lover's tiff. I'm angry with you. Yeah, well, I'm angry with you. I don't know why. Okay, let's make out for the next several hours. That's what I'm talking about. This is, wow. Goodness me. We got a little bit of everything here. We got some, we got the spiritual connectivity. We got the real world value. Okay, you're part of that, very much so. It's coming from you. We got love on the line. We've got intense passion here. These two are absolutely crazy for each other. It's like you two find reasons to fight just so you can make up. I swear. I swear. You love it. You have your equal, though. You really enjoy this person's energy, the personality. It's like, seriously, everything about them drives you absolutely wild. And that's returned to you in some way. Okay? You're lining up to. I want the context, though. Where is that tension? Where's the backstory on that? Where are you two on the timeline? I don't know. It's like you're just kind of jumping me into the present, which is the whole point of the biweekly energies. Yes, but it starts with you sprucing up. Okay, making sure you have everything in order. Okay, and then you've got this big proposition attached to you. Again, that you're showing me your worth, your best, and it's quite a bit. Okay, so you offer that best to what you understand is your best. And it's the one that you have very intense love for, very intense passion for. And, you know, when you two fight, you fight. But when you two get along, you get along. You understand? And it is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, they're crazy about you, too. It's just they have more of the emotional point of view. That's all. Oh, excuse me. Got the sniffles. Why now? I was doing fine. We don't need sniffles right now. Seriously. 5 of Wands, the Fool, Strength. See what you love it, though. You are completely open to this. There's a little that frustration. You two have this, it's not even really anger at this point, but you two have a way of going at it, you know, back and forth. That's the lightest 5 of Wands I've ever seen, honestly. Okay, anything else? 5 of Wands, the Fool, Strength. I want details, Taurus. When did this come forward? Yes, I can say Scorpio season. That's an easy call. But then we have lots of power influences here today, yours being one of them. Timeline. We have everything from the immediate to perhaps a couple months from now. 5 of Wands, the Fool, Strength. I want the details, Taurus. I know. Ah, 'tis a clue. The Magician. Judgment. This is the one you want. Go get him, Tiger. Go on then. You go on then. Go get him, Tiger. That's all I have to tell you. And you two want each other. Again, you cannot manifest. You really can't have in your life what isn't meant for you. So if it comes through via signal, especially if you're sharing that signal with somebody that it's really meant to be. I know it sounds so classically cheesy, but it is true. That's why a lot of people find it easier to manifest realistic concepts that they can actually own individually, such as work concepts or goals and things like that. But this involves someone else. You two have caught each other's signal at least twice in this life, and it looks like it's that opportunity to rise, shine, and choose each other. Okay? And these two people are choosing each other. Yeah, there's a little makeup involved there, a little tug of war, battle of wills, and some pride gets involved. But for the most part, it's nothing that one or both people here can't deal with or work through. But yeah, the Magician, Judgment, 4 of Wands. Yeah. This is the one we want. Is coming back in some way or another, in some fashion or another. It might be the second go around between you two, a third. I don't know. People are complex like that. But yeah, the Magician, Judgment, 4 of Wands. Yeah, whatever this is has a real crack, a real chance at happening. A judgment. When the timing is right, this comes through for both sides. It's very equal. You both have a little bit of outstanding, what you might call debt in the anger department or the frustration department. But I like how you two resolve your differences. It's nice. I mean, if you're going to have differences, you know, let them be good ones. And then you know how to make up for it appropriately. Yes? Yes. Oh, Oh, honey, if I were you, I'd be looking forward to resolving those differences. This one's good. Don't you know that? And you know that. And you two have caught each other's frequency before, signals before. Whatever this is a second chance at some sort of relationship here. Manifestation, I believe, shared on both sides. It seems to be coming through as a mirroring concept. So again, when it comes to dealing with other people and manifestation, someone either responds or they don't. And so if they respond, then it's as good as yours. Okay? Yeah, I have the full strength. Look at that strength. You could have done this. You didn't. You're like, over here. And that's beautiful. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is gorgeous. But a bit more of a clue, divine timing here. Like I said, I see points from kind of where you might be today in prepping, or even I would say nesting for new. Okay. And everything that you have to offer, your spirit's already lined up to it. Okay. So you're already showing me commitment, value to the self. This is what you believe in. And you stand by it. It's beautiful. Know who you are. You do. You have a lot to offer. You know where the offer is intended. I would love to see timing. I really would. But yeah, like I said, it's everything from immediacy to the next several months. It might be as far out as your season 2. That's why I'm not telling you to wait. I honestly don't know. It depends on you and how you understand your everyday life to be looking like. Is it comfortable? Is it operable? Is it where you want it to be? Is this the home environment that you want for yourself? I just see you lining up literally to new. So that might take a minute. I know it's supposed to be the next week or 2, but I can't tell. I really can't. I don't know, but I just like how you two connected like it's nothing. Or reconnected like it was nothing. That's fabulous. That's absolutely wonderful. But no doubt communication was involved at some point. At some point. And that's what I would love to see. And that's what a lot of people are like, I need the details. I need a step-by-step instruction manual. You won't really know until you start living life. And that's if you resonate with that opening. And when you start living life, you start taking the steps, and then you see where the steps take you, and then you'll know for yourself in time. But no, they just gave me the overview with you today, honey. Okay, I give you more if there was more to see. Presence. Let it go. Okay, sorry. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment. Let it go. There's only so much you can prepare for, I suppose. Try to be more present, more mindful of who you already are. Just be more present. There's something here, perhaps it's taking a while because we want things just so. This idea of perfectionism, prepping. I get that, honey. I have that. It can be a really irritating quality, this sense of perfectionism, because there's really no such thing. And I know that, and you know that, but it's kind of like I just want to be as prepared as possible. You are as prepared as you understand yourself to be. Okay, but I understand that you want to get your environment in order. Just try to be more present in who you are. Let go of expectations. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Try to just be more present. Understand who you are and the quality that you offer, and it's quite a bit. You'll be fine. There you go. And let it go. And if there's a hang-up between you two, and I see that, but the way you two resolve it's like nothing. It's nothing. In fact, it looks kind of fun. But if there's some outstanding tension there that you consider to be a wall or a barrier or something to do more with pride, that could be there. I let it go. Does it even matter anymore? You know, you could have it all. Why not? You gotta let something go, let it go. Be someone who's present-minded, grounded, focused. You'll be all right. Okay. Some of you have some lion in you. Yeah. Some of you have some lion in you. Okay, so I touched a little bit of nerve there on that pride thing. Sometimes pride gets in the way. Is it really so bad that, you know, you two have a little bit of a back? I mean, honestly, it makes you two more interesting, right? You want a little tension with your person. I'm not saying where it's to the point where it's dramatic and it's fighting all the time. I'm saying a little tension. That means, you know, they're your equal. You want someone who can push back on you a little bit. And in the reverse, too. Otherwise, how seriously can you take somebody if they're not willing to challenge you or push back on you? You know, that's what this person does. And that's why you fucking love it. And that's why they're probably into you as well, because you probably push back on them, too, tit for tat and all that. So that means you two are more alike than you are different. Yeah. Okay. It comes back together. In some way, one or both of you are manifesting it, and it happens. So it doesn't happen every day. So maybe let's let go of the pride thing a little bit. And use it to your advantage. Remember, strength works both ways. You can push something away or pull it towards you. Either as an indication of pride and how you use it. So, 16. Some of you might have some very interesting Leo in your chart. Next Leo season, but I can't see it being that far out. No shit. Love. Okay. Anyway, Taurus, honey, I do hope this helped you. I do. It looks great. I hope that you experience it that way as well. If it's for you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. There you go. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo, please. What's up? What's going on? Show me Virgo. Yeah. Okay. Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands. Three of Wands. 10 of Wands. 6 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Knight of Cups. Page of Swords. Queen of Cups. Okay. I'll take that. It's going to be a little awkward at first. Yeah. But it's better than this. You know, if you have any Libra in your chart, I want to say it was Libra, I'm pretty sure it was, perhaps check theirs out. There was an element of waiting here and the intensification of the energy over time because we were waiting. Theirs was pretty intense on that subject. Yours isn't, it doesn't seem to be as severe, but just FYI, okay? If you have any Libra in there. 8 of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, we're waiting. The thing is, we're not fully acknowledging it with 8 of Swords. You have reason, you have motivation too. Ace of Wands, sense of hope, passion. Okay, something that calls to you, speaks to you still. You still look towards it, but we're not fully acknowledging it either, the 8 of Swords. So it's kind of like I'm waiting, but I'm not fully realizing that I'm waiting. It's like I don't mean to. You know, it's just, there's something here that draws you. And you still look at it to this day, and you hope for it, you anticipate it in some ways. So when you do catch yourself waiting, you don't fully understand why. Then you go back to it and not realizing it all over again, you know. 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Yeah, there's some heaviness here between you and a soul bond. Someone whom you've known a long time. You have memories with. Okay. You have that unique connection. And 9 of Cups. There is a sense of pleasure on both sides for having been connected. This you understand. You were part of it. You felt it in your own way. 10 of Wands, you also associate it with a great deal of heaviness. Okay? Right now, we're still in the space of feeling feelings and thinking our thoughts. I don't see anything happen until later. And not too far out. Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. With a wary eye, I see two people greet each other. So... you know, but it's, as you can see for yourself, it's done with love on both sides. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's just break it down, shall we? 8 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands. I get that. It's easy to get caught up in a pattern or a circle of waiting and not fully acknowledging it, and then you get an idea of it, and then you back off, and then you enter that circle again of waiting, and you don't mean to. But it happens. We find ourselves aching for something we can't quite understand or we don't really want to fully acknowledge. Okay. Once more, it's not an accusation or judgment. This is real, you know. It's real. And this is one of the reasons why I advise people not to wait. But again, we have to know that it's a decision in order to prevent it. And sometimes that call to hope and feeling can be so strong, we find ourselves doing exactly that, waiting without meaning to. And I believe that's where you are. Okay? Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, and Temperance. See, it's... whatever this is, we love it. We do. We do. And it took us time to understand that. Your heart seems to be healed over the subject. And Temperance, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. There's a beautiful sort of classic love here. Just classic love. Excellent choice. You seem to be able to acknowledge that in your heart with temperance, given time and patience. You accept that portion. You do. I feel love for whatever this is. I do. There's some beautiful healing in there. And you still kind of find yourself sometimes waiting on it. So while your heart is healed over the subject, whatever this is I'm waiting for, I understand, I love, and I'm at peace with it. I don't understand why. Why do I still wait for it to show up? Why do I still hope for it? Why do I do that? Okay. Well, let's take a look. Ten of Wands, Six of Cups. You're showing me acceptance of your feelings, so that's not the issue. Okay? Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Because a part of you realistically would still like to put work into this, and that's why you still kind of find yourself drawn to waiting and hoping that whatever this is will come back through in some way. There's a desire here in you, and this is very earthian. Whatever the issues are, I want to work through them. Realistically, it's like the work can begin again. If I wait, if they show up, the work can begin again. Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and then the healing too. You know, and the healing not just for myself but with them, and I think that's why you sometimes find yourself in a position of waiting and you don't know how you got there. A part of you, somewhere in there, would still like to work through this. Okay, that's all. It's super simple. And despite the hardship, despite the heaviness, okay? So there's the connection, okay? Here's how the pleasure was most likely felt on both sides. It was wish fulfillment in some way to you both. It felt good. But there was a heaviness there, and trying to express it, connect to it, there was a weight, a responsibility, just difficulty, okay? Being able to connect to it without interruption or a sense of heaviness, it seemed like an impossible task for some of you. Okay? But yeah, there's that Three of Wands again. While we have healed ourselves beautifully to our feelings, there's no conflict there. This is why sometimes I think you find yourself in a position of waiting and hoping, is that a part of you would still like to work through this, whatever the issues are. You'd be up for it. You'd be up for the task. You'd be up for trying. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not telling you what to do. You're saying this is where my struggle is. Okay. I'd like to do the work. And maybe we can resolve things between us. Okay. Okay. Well, your instinct isn't wrong. Just the more you realize it, the more it'll make sense to you. Okay. And it might help take you out of that position of feeling like you're waiting and you don't know why. Because that can create a sense of helplessness, and that sucks. You know? Knights of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Well, I'm saying love for love. Page of Swords, a small eye between these two. What do we think of this? What do we think of this? Okay. What's up? I'll bite. What's up? Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Empress. To just, yeah. You know, it starts out in small ways. Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress. Once more, I see what's here, not what isn't. So, yes, I repeat myself often. I have to, because people, they get their emotions involved and their own particular histories involved, and then they stop paying attention. So I have to say that often. I see what's here, not what isn't here. Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress. It's a good start. It's a good start. I like that. You didn't show me an easy route or method. I'll offer friendship. You could have done that. You didn't. I like this. I do. Somebody's putting forward the page, and they experience triumph. Yeah, so I see these two heart spaces that were willing to greet each other and acknowledge each other emotionally, but as Page of Swords, I don't know what to make of this. What's going on? I'm casting a weary eye. What's going on? And somebody says, what's going on? Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress. Somebody's putting themselves forward in a realistic way, but in a small way. And they are met with success. So this person's important to us, or they see you that way. I just say that there's water here on both sides. Quite natural. And you already told me that, so it's not a surprise. Just for their side, yes. But again, that history was established between you two. I'm not surprised you're showing me heart. I'm not surprised they're showing me heart. That wasn't the question. The question is what keeps you kind of anchored to that spot or where you have been. Somewhere in there is an ache, a real ache to put work through this, which again is very earthian. Very earthian. I'd like to put work into this, resolve differences. I did healing on my own to an extent, but there's a part of me that would still desire to show up and resolve our differences. Okay? You showed me healing for you in your heart, but it's like, then why are you still waiting? There's something else there. There's something else that keeps you feel like you're glued to the spot. There's that instinct in you to fix it. I'm not saying you have to, and I'm not saying the responsibility is on you, ever. If you're familiar with my work, you wouldn't say that. Eight of Pentacles literally takes two in this context. It would have to be returned to you for it to be fair or healing. And that's the suggestion here. Okay? But yeah, Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Empress. This means a lot to us. And somebody is met with triumph. We are heard, we are seen. And I like that. It's a good investment. I like how you approached it. It was small, it was simple, straight to the point. Motivation behind it was love. Nice. Really nice. Yeah. Why does it look so small but sweet and sincere? It looks like a gesture. A really kind gesture. It's upcoming. Not too far out. I couldn't peg Taurus down on the timeline. I really couldn't. But with yours, yeah, no, that's definitely upcoming. Okay. Again, as it resonates, you know? I'm not attributing blame or responsibility to anybody. I just see what's with you and what's been with you. Okay? And where it could take you. Miracles. Do you believe in miracles? Oh, I'm sure that's a song. Oh, I'm sure it is. Something about believing in miracles. I believe in you. Yeah. There you go. I like that. Miracles. It might take a miracle. Well, maybe it does. Maybe the miracle is you. Align, take a step back. Okay, taking a step back, make sure that you're aligned to this. I completely agree. Okay, don't make a move until you know it's right for you and you're in alignment to it. That's all. Take a step back, and before anything's done, just know that it's correct for you. All right? I completely agree. A lion. Oh, but Taurus did get this one. Anyway, you Mars and Taurus in chart, and then, like I said, Libra. But yeah, Lion 16. Oh, Lord, where are my readers? Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Yeah, so again, strength, again, can be used in the position of get away or pull towards me. Strength of will is involved, but so too is pride. Okay? So again, what's right for you? And how would you use strength? 16. Okay? I think I have to do another pull. That's just not enough. One letter Q. We have the twin dolphins. Okay? Soulmates, soul bonds, or you two have a way about you that suggests you can be light and playful with each other, but you two are more alike than you are different. And then we have the key. We have the key here. Yes, you have the key in your pocket. Remember, we have choice. You can either see yourself as, the victim, and you can't let yourself out of the cage. You can understand that you're the jailer. You can release yourself. Key is a sense of permission, but you have to acknowledge that you have it. You can make choices. Okay. Okay, better. We have two Qs, and a G. All right, we have the butterfly, sign of transformation, sign of Scorpio. And then we also have Cancer here. Oh, 2 Scorpio, 1 Cancer, and then 1 Sag. So you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, and again, indication of the upcoming seasons for sure. And then we have the music note. Some of you, music is very, very important. Okay, profession, hobby, or frankly, it's just how you tune. And music is very important to a lot of people. A lot of people believe it contains their energy, and it just helps them open up to not just their environment or their own sense of feeling, but to the universe. Continue on with that practice. Okay, and of course, you too might share a unique song or associate them with a unique song, and you might be hearing it more lately, or just, what? Why am I hearing that in the radio all of a sudden? Whatever, something like that. Okay, all right, Virgo honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. What's up? Show me Capricorn. A couple of folks had your power card in some really interesting positions. I want to say Libra was one of them. And someone else. Gemini? Yeah. Anyway, if any of those placements in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. Okay. Yeah. All right. What's up? What's going on? Show me, Capricorn. Temperance. Oh, the Lovers. 7 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. 2 of Wands. Knights of Cups. Oh, the Magician. Oh. 10 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that lovely? Gosh, it's like a new beginning between you and this person. I have to say, that's just impressive. Temperance, the Lovers, 7 of Wands are showing me caution. This is not rejection here. It's caution in this context. Boundaries. Boundaries. You've done a lot of healing over a very strong connection. And it looks like you might, I'm not trying to speak for you, I'm not telling you what to do. It looks like you might be interested in extending that healing to the connection itself. So kind of going beyond you and your own internal sense of healing in this connection, but extending it outside of you, but with boundaries, caution. Could be healing with them, yeah. It's a choice. It's absolutely a choice. I'm not saying it's an easy choice. You're showing me caution, but that you're willing to try. Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Magician. Decisions made. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. It's either yours or it's not. And you may not know yet. Or you may not choose it. It's up to you. Choice. Emotional expression. Vulnerability specifically in this context. Manifesting. Yes. Yes. I'd like to open up in this direction. So, at first it starts out as like a cautionary tale. This is what I learned about that strong connection. And, okay. It's almost like I'm going to try to line up to them and see what they've learned and see if we can put our healing points of references to each other, towards each other, and take it from there. Okay? Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Magician. It's like now the process has started. You want more of it. It feels good. You like talking to them specifically. You like expressing some emotions to them. Some of you are naturally poetic, if you will. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. It's beautiful. You already have an extensive inner circle. Let's make that clear. So the inner circle is family, friends, but spouses, kids, lovers. So anybody, here's the qualifier. When you look out upon the world, you're glad they're there. So these are active people in your life that you harmonize with in the greater scheme of things. You know who they are to you. Love and support. And it's looking like we're harmonizing with that person under the Ten of Cups. So it's like we're including them in their energies into our life. Okay? Ace of Pentacles here. Brand new beginning overall. The start of something beautiful. Or it could just be some sort of offer that it's attaching itself last minute. But what I like is that, okay, we're actually harmonizing with this person quite well. We are finding space in each other's lives in a more meaningful way. Okay? Okay. Nice. Nice. I gotta tell you, I know I'm not done, but this check-in has a little bit more of a turnaround where I've been seeing heavy endings and cycles and transformations. People are showing me what else they're doing, which is nice. Temperance, the Lovers, Seven of Wands. I'm curious where we are here on the timeline because Temperance takes time. So I'm assuming then you've done healing in and of your own right around this connection, and cautiously we might be including them. Okay. Free will and all that. Somebody had to get the ball rolling. The Sun. I don't know who. The Sun. Nine of Pentacles. So beautiful. The Emperor. It keeps. I've got one more. Four of Cups. See, there's the disappointment. There's the hurt. So the Sun. Nine of Pentacles. The Emperor. Yeah, wanting to be happy. There's a sense of I can do it. I can do anything. I believe you. You believe in happiness and that it's a choice. Nine of Pentacles. The Emperor. Four of Cups. It's like it does not suit to be upset or disappointed. I want to be happy. I choose that. I'm a big Capricorn. I can make my own decisions. I can stand on my own 2 feet. It's like, honestly, I believe in myself and there's nothing I can't do. It's a really good attitude to have. Okay. You are strong-willed and you're like, I don't like being unhappy with the Four of Cups. I'm not into that. I choose to be happy. You know, I decide what's right for me. So for those of you who are prepared to extend yourself outwards with that person, and I'm assuming they are to you to some extent, it is possible then to heal with that person. Like I said, you've done a pretty good job. You understand your own sense of empowerment, your own sense of worth, and your own sense of happiness. In other words, you're not going to do anything you don't want to do right here. You say it's within you, then it's within you. Okay? If you say you can't do it, you can't do it. That's it. Okay. But you've put a lot of work into yourself, and it shows. It really shows. comfortably in command of yourself and your own sense of happiness, your own sense of destiny, all that jazz. Okay. Okay. Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Magician. You are pretty stand up, do right, strong-willed. I see that. Very strong-willed. Very independent, too. I believe you. You get things done. And it looks like you're going to get things done your way. But more to the point, I see you respecting your own sense of happiness. Again, if you want to take what you've learned and apply it to that connection, if they will meet you halfway, then perhaps you will. Okay? Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Magician. Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's love. It's love, and it comes, it kind of surprises you maybe to some extent that all this time has passed and the Three of Swords, despite the heartbreak, is there. This is still love. You would still experience it as love, and that you would still open up towards it. Even after all this time, you would still manifest it. You would still pull on it. You would still have it. You would still experience it. Okay. Even now, you would. But that's one of the things about knowing yourself so well, is that you can say things like this with confidence, and it's still true. So yeah, I see you making the active decision here to openly pursue love and express it. You understand your own particular origin story. Okay? And the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords, Ace of Cups. Yes, there's pain in there. There's pain in there. There's hurt in there. But there's love too. You're showing me kind of like your personal motivation for manifesting and being open to this. And it is personal. It's a personal decision. The thing is that you own it. You're aware of it. You get it. Okay. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not the first person to show me something like that. This, and I know many of you are thinking, why isn't she saying new? Why isn't she saying new? Because I just knew it wasn't new. That's how. I've been doing this a long time. I know the difference between perhaps a new, and a renewed, and your kind of imprint as a person for who you are kind of spoke volumes. Okay. You told me that you had spent your time in healing over this strong connection and learning what it meant to you. And that you might be willing to extend that to them. Okay? And that's how I know it wasn't new. You're showing me past heartbreak over this subject and how you used to love them and perhaps still do. It's like, I am aware. You said I'm aware of my history. You claim that right away. I'm aware of my history. I understand this broke my heart. I'm not stupid. Over here, you're not stupid. And there's the hurt, there's the disappointment. You've chose to learn from it, overcome it, be bigger and better than that. And at what point you're like, okay, I will allow this to come through and share notes with my person, if you will, about healing. What allows that to come through, I don't know. I just kind of see you agreeing to it. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. You know yourself very well. If you didn't want to listen to the tarot lady, you wouldn't need to. You would know what you would do for yourself. And that's the Capricorn I'm looking at. At this point, my role is just confirmation for you. So, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I mean, you know what your history is. You know how it broke your heart, and you understand how there's still love for it to this day. That's why. Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, there it is twice. I just know. I just know it wasn't new. There's the breakage again. You two are finding space in each other's lives and overcome that abandonment. So it's like you were, well, for lack of a better language, you are unabandoning each other. Whereas perhaps this was disconnected, it's being reconnected. Where it was broken and abandoned, we are, like I said, unabandoning it. Where we could not find space for each other in each other's lives before, we are doing now the opposite. Okay? So I don't quite know how that will take. It's just there. Okay, it's just there. I don't have the exact details. Everybody wants instructions. You get the instructions as you move along. Okay? 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I freaking called it. Here's the greater scheme of things. That is our inner circle. Here are two people finding their place within it. And it's like a brand new beginning. Or it's restructuring or rebuilding what was broken. You being an earth sign, I can't say I'm surprised you're showing me that. Okay? There's the realistic opportunity to fix what was broken. Okay? There they are. What happens after that, I don't know. But you made it very clear from the very beginning. I don't need anyone telling me what to do. I know myself. Yes, you do. Like I said, my only role for Capricorn today is to give you confirmation. That's it. This was your own kind of inner dialogue of energy. Saying, I choose to open up. It is my choice to express myself, and so it is. Also, very aware of the fact that whatever this is, once upon a time broke your heart. You know that. Okay? It's interesting, you're not showing me the association of risk. It's just something that it's like you're saying, I need to do. I need to do for me. And it's my choice. And so it is. Yeah, you didn't show me any risk, which I think a lot of people would. Risk, trepidation, I don't know. You're like, fuck all that. I know me. I know me. I know it. I know what I'm doing. I trust myself, and you really do. And that's I couldn't ask for more. That's what I ask for people all the time. Please know yourself. Please know yourself, and all your problems will go away. When you know who you are, you can say yes or no to something with confidence. And if you say yes, you take ownership of it. And if you say no, you still take ownership of it. The point is that you know yourself. So you didn't ask for help. In the sense of asking for help, perhaps they ask you for help, and that's what kicks off this whole dialogue. Perhaps the other way around. Perhaps you ask them for help. I don't know. But there's a sense of asking for help. So that was a conscious choice to step into this. As asking for help, okay? And then soar. And your spirit soars, okay? This takes flight. It takes wing, if you will. But yeah, I think there must be they're asking for help, and whatever that looks like, I don't quite know. Hey, I had this come up, and I actually thought of you. I was wondering if you could help me with that. Okay, there you go. And that's how it goes. I was wondering how it kicks off. You just kind of jump me into it like, okay, I have experience with this. Maybe I can help. Whatever it is I do, I choose to do it. I have it. You did tell me you have a lot of experience and you can call the shots. You're comfortable with it. So that's probably true. Fire, 10. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Yeah, there's an opportunity for renewal here. But present, yeah, there's still some heat there lingering between you two. It also brings to mind the time of now, autumn, and we have these campfires, and it feels, yeah, it does feel in line with the fall, doesn't it? Could be a fire sign. It could be you have a lot of fire in you. I did see the Emperor here, so particularly Aries. But, no, it's just 10, fire. Here in October. But it feels cozy, ignited, warm, not threatening. Okay? All right. Oh, so many. All right. SEVXESRF. 2 S's, 2 E's. Okay. And then, like I said, VXRF. And we also have the medallion of Leo. Yeah. Get us some Leo in that chart. Could be connecting to. The season might be important to you. All right, Cappy, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio. What's up? It's like the card keep trying to pop out of my hand. Happiness. The sun. Absolutely. What's up? Show me Scorpio, please. Okay. 3 of Swords. Okay, 4 of Swords. Good job. Queen of Wands. Very good. The Tower, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands. Oh. Okay. Well, you know, it happens. The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Okay, yeah, think about it, and then you'll know what to do. The opening, though, is really, really straightforward, incredibly so. 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Queen of Wands. You've had some heartbreak in here. Owie, I know, it hurts. You're heartbroken, or once upon a time you were, okay? 4 of Swords, you've done a lot of insight, reflection on it, healing, okay? You understand where it came from. You understand how it happened. You know how it went down. You were there, right? You've had a lot of time to think on it, to heal over it, to go within on it. Quiet. Shh. 4 of Swords is quiet. It's internal. It's private. You've had a lot of time to think about that heartbreak and what it means to you and how you relate to it and how it all happened. You know what? You came out the other side looking great. Queen of Wands, you do. You look great. You know, you look alive. You look refreshed. The energy's back up. Okay. You got your sexy on. You look good. Your energy's good. You're vibrating with it. Feels good. Perhaps some of you are just naturally fire inclined. Okay. Or you're just a trailblazer. I don't know. But you're up. All right. You're up. It's like, I get it. I understand where that heartbreak came from. I got it. I learned from it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. The Tower, the High Priestess, Knight of Wands. You know that feeling you were ignoring? You said, that's not right. Yeah. No, that's not my intuition. That's stupid. Why would that happen? Yeah. Well, it's not that it's bad. It's not threatening. This was an intuitive feeling, an intuitive pulse that you had, and you ignored it. You dismissed it. It's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That's stupid. I know. I know exactly what that's like. It's when your intuition just seems to not make sense to you. It seems to run counter to your knowledge. Okay. You had this feeling something was going to come through, but then you were like, no, why would that happen? Seriously. No. Well, no, it's coming through. But it's not like it's scary or threatening or anything like that. It is literally running counter to your, well, it's actually not. It's correct. Your intuition was correct. It's just the way you push back on it. Like you doubted it or that it was ridiculous. No, it's coming through. So the Knight of Wands, something's coming through. Okay. You know, they got a swift pulse. They got a good pulse. They got a good looking pulse. And it's heading in your direction. And that's fine because you opened up with a little firecracker energy yourself. I just think you're feeling better, though. You look great. You know, from the inside out. You've rested. Your energy's back up. Okay? And, you know, somebody with a very similar energy, but it's external and it's coming towards you. Yeah. Very similar, though. The thing is, you had this feeling. It's like, what is that? It's an itch I can't scratch. It can't be real. It's all in my head. So you had an idea. But you convinced yourself you didn't have that idea or that feeling. Okay? Okay. So heads up. You know, courtesy heads up. The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Give it some consideration. Like I said, you're pretty calm. You're pretty chill. You know, you're wise. You're learned. You have a lot of good experience in healing. You've walked the path before. You're not easily shaken. Okay? It's just... And I still don't think you're shaken. You already had the feeling. But you suppressed it. Okay. And when it comes through, I don't think you'll be very surprised, no. Like, okay, I get it. The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. If you want to invest and proceed, you will. That's it. Look at your path. Look at where you're going. Okay? Do you want to stop and include this or go about your business? It's up to you. I just know that when you're ready to proceed, you will. Okay? It might be to connect to this, hang out, see what's going on, or you continue to go your own way. It's up to you. All right? 3 Swords, 4 Swords, Queen of Wands. What's up? That's better. Okay. The World. Duh. Three of Swords there twice. I see that. Five of Swords. See? Okay. Like I said, you have your own particular backstory. You figured it out. You understand where the heartbreak came from. It was a cycle that needed to be closed out. Okay? And you said, it's interesting. In a very simple way, you're kind of saying, that's my bad. I'll take the hit on that. That cycle, that heartbreak. It's there twice. Three Swords is there twice. Okay. You healed over it. You got your energy back. But you're kind of showing me I'll take that hit. Okay. I did it. It was self-sabotage and I damn well know it. Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah, you're showing me the mental acceptance of a difficult subject, which is very big of you, where you just put it out there. Yeah, it was self-sabotage. I caused my own heartbreak. That's what that is. I caused it. I did it. I participated in something I shouldn't have. I hurt myself. That's really big of you. So that's the way you kind of comfortably present that suggests that you are indeed very comfortable with the subject. You've had a lot of time to think about it. A lot of time. But yeah, that's very big of you. Thank you for that. Most people get self-sabotage, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Self-sabotage. We always, in some way, end up shooting ourselves in the foot for reasons are big or small. And you're saying that heartbreak, that was on me. I did it my damn self. I participated. Respect. I'm proud of you. I get it. Been there. We all have. It's just, can you admit it? And when you figure it out, you can admit it. You heal from it. You learn from it. You move on. Okay? So good job. It's like I broke my own heart. That's very avant-garde. That's very Scorpio. I broke my own heart. It's very Scorpio. The more developed Scorpio. Yes. Okay. The Tower, the High Priestess, the Knight of Wands. That. Very intuitive. You ignored it. And that's okay. There's something about it you said that can't be right. That's ludicrous. That's stupid. It really, that's ludicrous. That can't be correct. That little intuitive, that spider tingle. No, that's just me being silly. That's a weird day for me. It's a weird moment. Whatever. Move on. The Tower, the High Priestess, the Knight of Wands. What is it? I'm laughing. It's like, what is this now? Knight of Wands. And you look great. Like I said, you had a lot of time with this. Seriously, that kind of stone cold dead on reflection like that suggests you had a lot of time with it, and therefore you had a lot of time to yourself, okay, to get your energy back and to feel better and to put more into you and to feel better about you again. So you've had a lot of time there. The Tower, the High Priestess, Knights of Wands. You look great. You really do. All right, the Tower, the High Priestess, Knight of Wands. Now, what's this about? Who's coming? The Hierophant. The Judgment. Queen of Wands. Ooh, look at you, honey. You must have some really strong, it's consistent too. You must have some pretty consistent fire running through you, honey. Running through those veins. Ooh, you is spicy. No, but more than that, you have a natural heat and or intensity around you, okay? You might just be a natural trailblazer. You just might be naturally high energy. Or perhaps you take pride in taking care of yourself and your appearance. Again, just who you are. Whatever, man. That's you. So here we have the Hierophant and Judgment. Yeah. So again, you're like, what? Nah. You had a feeling. And I'm not saying it's like warning, warning, warning. On the contrary, even though what's coming towards you has quite the pulse, clearly attracted to you. You're gorgeous. Of course they're attracted. No, but it's actually quite gentle spirit. So here we have the Hierophant and Judgment. It's on this person's spiritual bill, if you will, not yours. You had that little feeling, that little tingle feeling. Okay. What is this? No, that can't be right. You just went, no. And then, oh, here it is. You're almost going through that moment. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it can't be right. That can't be right. No, but it is. But when it arrives, it'll make perfect sense to you. It was a thing that was kicking off your systems. You know, it is a very gentle spirit. Even though it's attracted to you and it comes in hot, that's fine. I said what I said. And it's, you know, Judgment is the Hierophant. Like I said, it's still actually a gentle spirit. And it is on this person's spiritual dime, if you will. It's their call, not yours. Oh, I know. You hate that, don't you? Yeah, I know. Because we're associated with being little control freaks. Most fixed signs are. I know. Most fixed signs. And actually could be connecting to a fellow fixed sign. We do have Taurus here. Doesn't have to be, but just FYI. I see a lot of fire coming from you, though. But it's natural to you. But yeah, it's on this person's dime. And you know what? Respect to them because they're listening to themselves. So respect to you for having the insight that you have, and respect to them because they're listening to themselves. It's their timeline. It's their judgment. It's their call. So you got a little heads up, that little radar we have. Something's hitting your radar, and you're like, nah. That's it. You got a courtesy heads up spiritually, like now from where we're talking. Yeah. And then it comes through when it comes through. It's on their time, though. So I'm glad that they're listening to themselves and their own sense of divine timing and judgment call. Yeah, it comes in a little fast, but it's authentic. It's real. It's natural. That's all I care about. It's not manufactured. It's not bullshit. It really wants to show up where you are. Okay? The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Now what happens after that? Well, let us see. The Hermit. Like I said, you know, you're a big Scorpio. Okay. You ignored your intuition a little bit. You wrote it off as being ludicrous, right? It's like, there's no way I'm thinking what I'm thinking or I'm feeling what I'm feeling. No fucking way. Surprise. The Hermit. But, you know, again, then your lessons kick in. Your sense of wisdom kicks in. Your sense of knowing better kicks in. So you get to choose. You know, connect to where they are or you don't. The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, I know I made a reference to that before, but it wasn't any time recent. It's the time of the season. Zombies. I think it's zombies? Pretty sure it's zombies. Time of the season. It's the time of the season when love runs high. And this time, give it to me easy. That wasn't recent, though. That was a long time ago. I remember that. Anyway, time of the season, zombie. I know I referenced that once, but it was not recent. It is our season. So in your season, our season, yes. Oh, yes. The Hermit. Well, it stands to reason. Most of these fall within a tidy timeline, but not everybody does. Not everybody does. A lot of people are like, I'll do what I do when I'm doing it. Thank you. Okay. The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Six of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, no, it looks good. I agree with your decision. I think you know this is non-threatening. It's just that... the intuition that you ignored that gives it a kind of surprise element, but you knew, you felt it. And while the energy towards you is fresh, hot, but it's natural, the spirit behind it is kind. It's actually quite gentle. It's lovely, actually. So you get to choose, and you return it. I'm not telling you what to do. Yours is probably the most straightforward return I've seen today. I've seen lots of people do exchanges. Yours was incredibly straightforward. Oh, you're like, I'm a big Scorpio. I healed over this. If I want to move forward, I will. And you will. And I think you choose to. Six of Cups is here. So yeah, we do know this person. We share a past with them. Deeply connected soul bond, if you believe in that. If not, it's just memories. A lot of memories. But still, I have to insist you have that unique connection. Okay? It never really dies. It never really goes away. You have impressions of each other. All right? Even if you're not connected in 3D. And that's what allowed you, some of you are just naturally intuitive, and that's what allowed you to pick up on this person's signal. So it's a surprise, but not a surprise. Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I read what's here, not what isn't. And like I said, yours has to be the most straightforward, cool, chill response I've seen. You're like, oh, the Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Yeah, we're cool. Six of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. It's really cool. It's really cool of you. You know yourself. You know yourself quite well. Yeah. Couple pages, but good sincerity on both sides. After that is after that. If you want to proceed further, the both of you, then you will. It does look like something is put forward either by you or by them, but it's real. I see your page. You say hi. Like that. You know yourself quite well. I see no anger, no animosity here, nothing like that. You're a big Scorpio. You put on your big Scorpio pants at the very beginning and said, I know what I did. That was my bad. I healed him over it. That was stupid. I learned. Something like that. And then after, so again, you're not, you showed me the Hermit here. Honestly. You see it as healing, you interpret it as healing, you see it as a good thing, a good investment, a good hello. I think you're that Scorpio. You see a good opportunity, you take it because it offers you something. Experience, insight, wisdom, reflection, healing, something. And you must see something in this person's situation or connection, otherwise you wouldn't be saying yes to it. And you had such a simple, straightforward, yeah, see, have faith. See, that's where there's something about your intuition's kicking off and you're like, no, that can't be right. There's no way that's coming forward. And that's what I'm saying. Listen to yourself. Is have faith in that respect. You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong. No, not at all. And then it comes through. You speak up. Yeah. Belief. Do you believe that it will come through? I think in your core, yes. But for some reason, it's kind of like if you talk yourself out of it, it's like it'd be easier. But when it comes through, I think you'll see it for the natural sort of thing that it is, and you're not threatened by it. In fact, you find it very welcoming. But you spend some time saying, no, that can't be right. Have faith. And speak up. Do you want that? Do you want that to come through? 626. I don't know why I pointed that out. Do you want this to come through? I'm looking at it. I see the good energy in it. Yeah. Yes. But that's me. You have your own particular history. You know yourself best, always. Eagle. Eye in the sky. 9, sorry. Eagle. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. That's what I'm saying. You are a developed Scorpio. So Scorpio famously, and this confuses people in terms of our depiction. What does that look like? We have multiple phases. So there's Scorpios as the scorpion, the actual little scorpion. And then the more developed Scorpio goes into the phase of the eagle. Okay? Rising above, understanding how to soar. Okay? Taking off the ground and living in the sky where things are much clearer. We can see things for what they are. And then the final phase would be the phoenix. Okay, so you've already come quite a bit of ways. All right, from where it is in the past to where you are now, you can kind of see things clearly with this situation. There's no negativity tied to it. In fact, you see the benefit of connecting to them. You do. It's kind, and yes, there's an energetic punch that still exists between you two in terms of attraction. Duh. But what moves it forward, okay, is the goodness in it and connecting to it. And take it from there. Okay. That's enough. Oh, sorry. I just blanked out for a second. See, I was about to say Taurus. They kept pointing it back to Taurus. Yes, they had a very similar combination, I believe. I've already forgotten now, but I think this was it. So if you have any Taurus in your chart or connecting to, the season might be important to you. Please check theirs out. Their medallion's also here as well. Okay. We have C, P, B, F, and then we have the unicorn in the F, right? Yeah. Yeah, this one's magical. A little bit. Yours too signal is interesting. It's interesting. It's strong enough that you can anticipate them even if you're rejecting the idea of it. That means it works in the reverse too. Which means they already have an idea that you might say yes. Or be agreeable to whatever is being put forward. Okay? Once more, it's kind. Or it seems to be. That's how it starts. After that, I don't know. You have to participate to find out. Okay, Scorpio honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's up? Show me, Pisces. What's going on? Show me, Pisces. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The Chariot's in reverse. Oh, no. I had to make sure it's the deck upside down. Oh, I typically don't read the baseline in reverse, but we'll take it. The way that one flew out, I'm not going to argue. Chariot in reverse, 7 of Cups, and the Magician. Okay. Keep on. Ace of Cups, Temperance, 4 Swords. Good for you. Good for you. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Judgment. You won't be alone much longer. Well, actually, I don't know what that is. That may not be a person of intimate value, but let's keep going. Chariots in reverse, 7 of Cups, the Magician. You honestly, from a space of emotionality, you tried to summon something from the heart as best you could for as long as you could to keep it together, and now you're saying, I can't go in that direction anymore. So don't get me wrong. You're saying it's not a bad thing, and good. I'm glad you understand this. It's not a bad thing to manifest from the heart. It's just where I was putting it needs to stop. Okay. Fair. Completely fair. There's nothing wrong with the skills you're showing me in manifestation or emotional availability or expression, the willingness to be open. It's just where it was going. That was the problem. Okay. It's like I say all the time, what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. It's where it's going. Whoever is meant to be on the other side of the recipient of your feelings isn't taking it. And that's the truth about manifestation, and no one wants to hear that, but it's true. If it's for you, it's available. It catches the frequency, and it has that in common with you. It's a shared connection or shared energy. And that's why a lot of people find it much easier to manifest independently of, goals, money, stuff like that. Stuff that you can actually work towards as an individual. Seems to be a lot easier, right? Because when we're talking about involving the feelings of someone else, they have to be agreeable. This isn't make a wish, you get whatever you want. That's not how manifestation works. It really doesn't. In order for it to be successful, you had to have shared the link with somebody. Okay? So there's something here I see that you tried to keep yourself open to express your feeling with, to make it work, to keep yourself available to it from the heart. And it's like, okay, this isn't happening. I need to discontinue this direction. Okay, and you do in a very literal fashion. 8 of Cups, Temperance, 4 Swords. You walk and then you heal. It is literally a back-to-back concept for you. You walk and you heal. You walk and you heal. I don't know how long it's going to take you. That's going to be different for everybody. You walk and then you heal. Good. You're very self-aware. Good. That opening is quite impressive, I must say. Stop wishing for availability in a particular direction. This isn't wrong. It's just where it was going was wrong. That's pretty impressive in and of itself. Your want or desire of love is not wrong. Your want or desire to bring it together is not wrong. It's just where. Okay? If people started thinking about love in terms of applicants, you get a lot of applicants, that doesn't mean they should all be hired. Okay? People might make very different choices. Okay? And you can end up spending a lot of time on the wrong applicants instead of the right one. And I'm glad to see you stopped wasting your time emotionally. That doesn't mean that you don't have time to do in healing, though. Okay? Yeah, no, you walked. You're tired of trying to get someone to open up to you, love you more, show you love. I don't know. But healing, healing, healing. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Judgment. When the time is right, you as a person, when you're lovely and you're clearly on your own, standing on your own 2 feet, beautiful, love it. You will connect to a soul bond, someone of the past, someone whom you know. Oh yeah, that's all right. Don't feel threatened by that. It either is or it isn't. It is a judgment. In other words, lessons learned. There's someone here of the past that might do well for you. Even if it's just to listen. I don't know. But there's a good lesson in there. There's a good point of potential connection because it's in judgment and a little bit of the future. It's upcoming. So that will be your call, 9 of Pentacles, but you can make the call. Okay? Chariot in reverse, 7 of Cups, the Magician. That's really impressive, although I know how it played out in reality was most likely very painful and disappointing. Okay? I know. I think you tried to show something or someone as much love as you could before you couldn't. It wasn't being returned to you, or they just don't want to go down that road with you anymore. Whatever, man. You tried. Okay, the Hierophant. 3 of Wands. Oh, we waited. 10 of Wands. It's some sort of commitment here, but it looks so damn heavy. I am seeing commitment. And the theory of emotional commitment is supposed to be here, but that's the number one component that's missing. It's like they just won't join you. It's like they just won't join you. It's always at a distance. Even if they're right next to you on the couch, it's like you two have nothing in common. And you're trying to find that again with them. It's like you can't close the gap. You can't. There's so much emotional distance between you two. And we are increasingly aware of it. So either you two are at a physical distance, or I'm talking that emotional distance is really bad. You know? And at the Chariot in reverse, this isn't going anywhere. It's not changing. It's a road to nowhere. Damn it, that's so frustrating. Because I see where you're standing up. It's like, I believe in this, or I'm trying hard to. I've been trying to believe in it for a long time. They just won't open up. They're too far away. Too disconnected. Or it's like they purposely get as much space between me and them as possible. There's no vulnerability. There's no sincerity there. Where's the love, man? Where's the love? Chariots in reverse. For some of you, we have, for some of you, a distinct impression of Cancer, either in your chart or could possibly connected to, but we also have Taurus here, but just FYI. And then also, for some of you, going back, I'm not going that far back because that's a different reading for another day. You might have noticed this was a marked problem since last Cancer season, or perhaps the season before. So that's going to be roughly June, July. Okay. They just don't seem to want to go where you go. And that's going to exhaust you. Because it's just a different kind of waiting. It's just a different kind of waiting. Even if they're technically yours, it doesn't feel like they're yours. You understand? Ace of Cups, Temperance, 4 Swords. You walk and you heal. No. Justice. Strength. 2 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be hard, but you're saying it's the right thing to do, and I'm glad to see that for you. You're saying you're honoring your sense of correctness. No contest. You're honoring your sense of correctness. Okay? You really dug deep there and asked yourself, what is commitment then? Because you believe in it, but you're not experiencing it. Justice, strength, Two of Wands. You have to be strong and do what's right for you. And that involves walking and healing. And for some of you, that passage is complete, or that walk is complete now, or close enough. Or perhaps, again, the process started June, July, August. But yeah, I completely agree with your strength of will here and your convictions at the spiritual level, as well as the emotional level. You're very correct. I like how you're not showing me justification or weakness of mind. No. I will say this. Very few people have been backtracking. I take it back. I'm going to talk myself out of it. You didn't do that. Oh, good for you. And it's not about winning. It really isn't. It's not about who got the last word or who got to walk. It's just you are following your own conviction. Because it's correct. Okay? Goodness me. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Judgment. When the time is right, when we receive that particular call, that feeling, okay, there's a sense of accumulation here, okay, getting back to the point, coming home. Something here feels familiar. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. And you're clearly on your own. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, but you're not alone. Temperance, oh, the time is right. About connecting to them. Not the one that we are walking away from. This is someone else. This is something else. When the time is right. Okay. There's a little bit of a balancing act here first. How to get this started. How to actually connect in the 3D. But once it's figured out, it's smooth. 3 of Cups, Temperance. In fact, I said something about this person's energy. Not too far out from here, you find it healing, and that's there. They give you a lot to think about or work with. But when the time is right, you will connect to them, and it will feel good. And you're on your own, and you look great. You look fine. You're very capable. Very. You're competent. You're capable. You know how to build worlds. You've done it before. 9 of Pentacles. You know how to provide for yourself. You know how to stabilize. You know how to be a person who stands on your own 2 feet. Okay? So I see you connecting this because you want to. And there's a bit of a back and forth about what that actually looks like. But for the most part, healing. You know. It feels good to connect. And it will be an important marker for you about your progress, what to expect next, stuff like that. Okay? It's lovely, and this is someone who can make themselves emotionally available to you. All right? It feels good. That was the issue. You can't talk to this person, can you? Or they don't make themselves available to talk to you, connect to you in here, you know, like that. When really they're supposed to be the number one. Like I said, it's very frustrating to know that you have someone, but you don't have them. Worth. Know your worth, always. Yeah, you're pretty good about that. It's not a race. It took you a while to figure it out, but you know your worth. You see it for yourself, yeah. And also that includes your core beliefs. How you're practicing them, but they're not being returned to you, which in turn is a violation of your core beliefs. Okay? The world, I understand. Also, as one door closes, another opens. Number 36, the world. Yes, of course. But I do see your strength of will here. Above all, emphasizing this is what's correct for me. This is my decision. It's right for me. I can't... That tells me, though, that this person has a passive acceptance. They might have continued on in this way, huh? Okay. 2 Fs. F, F, I, E, B, Y. Yeah. Okay, Pisces, honey. I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. What's up, Cancer? Yeah. Okay. What's going on? Tower. Temperance. 4 swords. Tricky. 10 of swords. Oh, Page of wands. Death. Okay, that's why. That's why it's a little misleading. All right. King of wands. 6 of swords. No matter. 10 of pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Gosh, I tell you what. I'm getting two major flavors today. Chocolate or vanilla. And I want to remind people there's more than those 2 flavors. But, and they're good, though. They're classic flavors. But I tell you what, if it's not like one, it's extreme, but let me put it this way. A lot of people are choosing the path of healing in their connections. And then there's other people who are like, well, that's fucked. And yeah, but yours is a little more fancy. Yours is like fancy effed, I suppose. The Tower, Temperance, 4 swords. Yeah. Confusing. I was confused as well. You were under the impression that something here was healing, and it turns out like that's a lie. Okay. Or false. You were under the impression that you were healing a situation, place, circumstance, or in a connection with a person. And no. It seems like that was a bad idea. Or folly. But yeah, it's like you were under the impression this is supposed to be healing. And it's anything but. If anything, it just seems more destructive. Okay, I thought we were on a healing journey. And you had that impression very, very strongly. You did. Temperance, 4 swords. So it's come to find out that wasn't the case. Okay. 10 of swords, Page of wands, death. No, this is done. It's done. Okay. No more impression of false healing. No more. I am sorry. But intended or no, I don't want anyone to live their life under false pretenses either, so. King of wands, 6 of swords, 10 of pentacles. I see you turn your back on someone. And you endeavor upon 10 of pentacles like my foundation. That's it. That's it. I'm going to be all about my foundation because you know what? That's stable. That makes sense to me. I get it. Oh my. So this is where I like to remind people, if you don't resonate with this at all, check your other placements. Goodness knows we're early enough in the reading. Very distinct. Okay. Let's get on into it then. Tower, Temperance, 4 swords. I know. You thought something was healing here. It turned out to not be true. Okay. What's going on? It's like I thought this situation was making progress forward when in actuality I had taken 50 steps back. I understood we were doing repairs on the house, but it turns out we need a whole new foundation. You see what I'm saying? You thought you were working on something, and it turns out no. We had reason to believe progress, and then we were proven with or shown the opposite, anti-progress. Okay, what's going on here, please? Knight of Cups, the Empress, Judgment. You know, we have a promise here from somebody. We have a promise. We got a promise here. We got a promise here. It was a lesson for somebody to step up and mean what they say. Knight of Cups, the Empress, Judgment. Yeah, it's someone important. Knight of Cups, there's this kind of expression here that we would feel better or express ourselves better or show more love. Okay? And that was a lesson tied to somebody, and I don't know that it was you, but the idea is that there's this big insight, there was this big moment of clarity, judgment, and insight, and divine timing, and I'm going to show this or us more love. I'm going to be more open. I'm going to be more of an empress here. I am. And we had real reason to believe that healing was taking effect, and then the Tower kind of wiped that off the table, you know. It wasn't true. Or they couldn't live up to the promise, or the situation changed for this person, where the intent was to heal and then the opposite was proven true. Okay. 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 Ten of Swords. Page of Wands. Death. It's very painful, yes. Yes, of course it's very painful. Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, back up, Strength. Oh, we don't have the energy for this anymore. We really don't. We don't have the energy for this anymore. I can see that you got a little bit of a fire side, okay? And even if you don't have a lot of fire in you, the idea is that you can identify with certain elements, okay? Such as a certain intensity, tenacity, leadership, pride, strength of will, willpower, okay? All that's in there. So here we have the opposite of that. I don't have the energy for this anymore. So typically I see what you are like, right? This is how you would typically approach things, particularly challenges. On point, leading the way, taking charge, blazing forward. It's like, I don't have the energy now. Ten of Swords, Page of Wands, Death. It's just, I don't have the energy anymore. I can't back this up anymore. I can't pursue this anymore. I can't pull this towards me anymore and mean it. I just can't. I don't have the strength. Yeah, it seems to be marked by Scorpio season. Okay. How did we see this, though? That's what I want to know from your point of view. How did you see this? How did it hit you? How did it become so clear? At what point did you see it? Did you get it? Because you were under the impression up until that point that this connection or who they are was supposed to be healing, like really taking it seriously. And then boom, the Tower. How did you know? When did you know? What did it look like? How did you know it was like we were going back on our word or our decision or our judgment? How did you know? That's what I want to know. King of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. When was that moment? The Tower, the World, King of Pentacles. You're going to be okay, baby. You, outside of that fire streak I see in you, you have also a strong appreciation for reality. It's like, this will not stop me. The Tower's here twice. The World, it's almost like you're saying, I'm glad the delusion's over. I'm glad, because now I can move the fuck on with my life. Is there a lot of pain involved? Of course. That tower hits twice, doesn't it? I can't believe this is finally over. This is actually happening. Yeah. Yeah, the tower's here with the world. I just got tired of looking at it, so every now and again I get attitude. I'm still Scorpio. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just get tired of it. I get tired of the... Because you can only take so many explosions in a reading, honey. You can only take so many warnings. You can only take so many... It's like, good night. I had somebody get the most pissy, upright, righteous little comment the other day. How dare you tell me to end things? I didn't, honey. It's one of the downsides to the job. So you have to deal with other people's projections and fears and shit like that. I read what's here, not what isn't. But I have to admit, even as a reader, someone who's been doing this for a long time, I get exhausted looking at things too. I mean, honestly, I know what it means. And the reason why you're showing me a couple towers here is because it's very fresh. It's happening now. It's like, poof, lots of explosions, insights, and that's what I'm saying. What was that trigger moment? When did you know they were kind of going back on their word, their judgment, their decision, or their lessons? When did you know they weren't taking the healing process seriously? When did you know? When did you know? When did it hit? Because something hit. Something clicked. And it kind of gave you permission to dislodge yourself too. Because you were under this concept, this idea that better would be done, healthier choices would be made, something like that. In love or in life, both. And it's like, no, they're not. And it's like the way you leave this, you turn your back on that particular figure, that particular energy, and it's like, that's enough. That's enough. Enough is enough. I'm gonna tend to my foundation now. I'm the King of Pentacles, so that kind of tells me you lead the joint, you know? King of... Okay, you lead the joint. You have a lot of responsibilities attached to you, and I'm not telling you or advocating that you need to get lost in work. What I'm saying is that you crave stability, and you would. One would. You would want to crave stability, particularly in a known environment that you have a direct hand or role in, so that makes sense to me. But now it's like you get to leave this person behind and dislodge them. And it's like with them goes all the instability and the frustration and the pain and the confusion that you get to leave them there. So I don't, you know, I am sorry. This is one of those I would really like to take to task and give it the full service treatment, you know, give it the in-depth, give it the going over it deserves, but you can't do that. I have half of mine, though. Let's see. Because those are, I know, honey. I know. Yeah. And I'm glad you have that in mind. And now it's almost like you have permission, don't you? It's like now you have permission. Fresh start. You know what this kind of reminds me of a little bit? Believe in your fresh start. Yeah, believe in you. Okay? I'm just pulling it as an example. It's conflict I've heard people bring up more than once. I'm just using an example. It's not a judgment. So over here, the emphasis is on healing. Healing of the self, individually, spiritually, but also to the greater extent of the things, a larger promise in understanding things on a large scale for one or two people. And the tower suggests, uh-oh, we were wrong. That's not happening at all. Okay. It comes in as a shock to you, and I see the judgment attached to someone. The Empress here, Knight of Cups. So I've heard this argument many, many times. A partner wants somebody to give something up. It's like, please, you know, quit smoking, please. You have a serious cough. You get sick so easily. Please, quit smoking. Please. We're all begging you. We love you. And someone's like, yes. And they rise to the occasion. Yes, I will do better. I want to be better. I want to heal. And then come to find out however long that they quit, they've been sneaking smokes for months. Now, take that, amplify it to whatever scale is appropriate to you, because it's pretty fucking loud. Okay? Put it in the position of love, which I was really tempted to, and it still includes elements of love. I promised I would do better showing emotional availability and love and care and tenderness. And I struggle with it. I'm still being a hard ass. I'm still being kind of a bitch. And you just don't feel like you're being treated appropriately. It's something like that. There's a sense of judgment call about one's internal healing and how it will spread out from there and affect others positively. And that kind of got retracted. Okay. So yeah, something like that. These are just examples. Someone would do better in the connection. Just do better. Treat themselves better, love someone else better. So I don't quite know. But you were there for that judgment. You were witness to it. And in some way you were a recipient, or supposed to be a recipient to their healing efforts, not just for them, but for you too. Okay? That was part of the judgment call. And it's like I don't have to hang around for that anymore. You know? And you don't. You don't. And I can see why you're craving stability. You have a lot of energy in you, where you're that person that needs to go to someplace good. It has to go someplace productive, or you feel like you're not of value, right? I understand that. I do. I live that every day. If I don't put my natural energy into something productive, I'd lose my mind. So I can see why you're craving stability. Okay? You see to you. Take it from there. All right? I'm not going to push it because I will get so much bullshit, guys. I will get so much bullshit, and a couple of folks already got a 20-minute. That's another one. You don't treat everybody the same. No, I don't. I don't, nor should you. Their different readings are going to evoke very different reactions. Clearly, no, you're not supposed to. Imagine if I just gave you a straightforward, flat-faced reading. You and all 12 signs. No matter how lighthearted or how serious it got. Does that seem appropriate? Okay, your reading's done now. Enjoy your shit show. The fuck? No. No. Yours warranted a little more seriousness. And yeah, frankly, I had half a mind to push it further. All right, 11. Flowers. Oh, success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Yeah, I just thought of that. Yeah, I can buy myself flowers. I can be kind to myself, too. Flowers, 11. Bloom. Also in bloom. Your bloom's not done. You'll have another bloom. All right? Be kind to yourself. You're in bloom. I feel like I should say that. Like I need to say that. You're in bloom. You don't know it yet. This gave you a lot of fertilizer, I'll tell you that. Z, Q. We have 2 medallions of Pisces. One is Scorpio, indicative, I think, to the season, which I'm seeing for everybody, and then Capricorn. So you might have these very strong placements in your chart, particularly Pisces, could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. Okay. Cancer, honey. Yeah, yours is one of the stronger ones today. You're not the only one, but it's definitely up there. This portion, when you understand the thing's over and you just don't have the energy for it. Right. This is not the ending of you. I hope you know that. No, you still got some bloom. You have a whole world that thrives. See to that. Okay? It cannot exist without you. I hope this helps you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.